Hey guys, just gonna wait for everybody to get on here. I am running late this morning. Good morning, good morning. Everybody make sure grab your beverage, and we're just gonna have a work along again this morning. Good morning. All right, guys, I'm just grabbing my last stuff. So this is the kit we're going to be using today. We'll go through it here in a minute. But yeah, just grabbing all of my stuff so that we're all ready. I'm running late, so it's kind of thrown off my morning. It's been crazy, guys, very crazy. All right, good morning, good morning. Grab your drinks, grab your planners. We're going to set up next week here. So I'm just grabbing all my last minute stuff. It's been a crazy, crazy, crazy morning, but we're still going to get at this, okay? Like it's still going to work. Okay. Good morning, guys. Let me know who you are, where you're from, what we're going to be working on. So I am going to do like I did last week. We're going to do our dashboard, our week at a glance, our daily duo, and kind of get it all together. I kind of want to go through real quick in my planners and look to see like what things I can get marked off. I know yesterday I was marking off quite a few things, and so I feel like maybe there might not be tons to mark off. My stickers are all over the place, you guys. I was like crazy busy yesterday and never had any time to. And so, yeah, it's just, it hasn't been the most fun. So we're just going to make a pile over here of everything that we're going to be needing. Yeah. There we go. Lots of stuff here. Lots of goodies. See my messy stuff. So this is the week that we are using. Get our stencil out. This is the Christiane Design stencil for the Daily Duo. If you guys haven't used this before, I highly encourage you to look at these. And I believe she has new designs out too, but love this. And then I just put washi strip on the edge so that it was a lot easier to find it. So all right, guys, make sure to make sure you're subscribed. So if you get disconnected, it's really easy for you to find me again. I pulled these heart half boxes too, because I think these might be cute to use. It's just whether the colorway will be the same. All right. I just literally look, sometimes this is what my list looks like. It's a hot mess. I just highlight out and cross it out and all that kind of stuff. So we get stuff done. All right, let's get out all the stuff that we are using for this week. And then we will make a little pile separately for this other stuff. And we are going to get going. I know. So this morning has been a little bit crazy. I was all organized. I was ready for you guys, and I was just choosing between goal planning or setting up our week for next week. And then I get that infamous text from my 16-year-old saying, "Mom, are you going anywhere today?" And I'm like, "No, I was going to have a work day. Why? What's up?" She forgot a really important, I need to find my tweezers here. She forgot a really important notebook that had like her essay and her, let me find my tweezers here real quick. It also doesn't help that I have half of my kiddo's school bag. Where did I put my tweezers, you guys? They are always in here. Let me just check here again because they should be in here. Oh, they are. They're just way down at the bottom. There we go. But yeah, she forgot a really important notebook that has like all of her essays and her notes for the day and all that kind of stuff in it. And originally I wanted to be like, it's a 20-minute drive each way. So like this is adding a good 45 minutes to 50 minutes into my day that I did not allot for. And it was like 15 minutes before I was supposed to go live. And so originally my gut was like, no, girl, I'm not bringing you a notebook. And I even asked her, can I just snap a photo of the pages and send them to you? And then this is what I want to talk about today. Perception. Perception is everything. So if I sit here and I like bicker about it and I'm just like, oh my gosh, my daughter was so irresponsible. And good morning, guys. Let me know who you are, where you're checking in from, what we're planning together. Like, what are you getting out to plan? But yeah, I could have been like, she's so irresponsible. And I can't believe that I had to go and take her something and she should have remembered it on her own, blah, 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 like all that kind of stuff. And I tell everybody like perception is everything. So what I mean by that is the pure fact that my perception is so different. I am blessed that I'm able to be home today to go and take that to my child that needed it. My perception is that what a blessing that she was not overly stressed and unable to complete her schoolwork because she didn't have the supplies she needed. My perception is usually she's really responsible and she does remember these things. So I'm going to give her the grace that she is allowed so that she's not stressed out at school and she gets her work done and stuff. So perception, right? Like even everybody at work, I think I've talked about this before. The perception is everybody hates a certain aspect of the job, right? Hi, Lynn from Louisville. Lynn, I have your order ready to go out today. Thank you so much. So yeah, perception is like absolutely everything. Sorry, I had to grab one more thing. And the perception that I'm allowed to do it, or at work, the perception that we dislike doing this portion of our job that we feel like shouldn't be our job. Oh, thank you so much, Lynn. So is it part of my job originally? No, it wasn't. But what I tell people when I train them is it's a resume builder. Maybe in your next job that you want to go for, you can put down this task as something that you're very competent in, and therefore you can get the job over somebody with more experience because you have the right experience. And so perception is just absolutely everything. All right, we're just writing in like what we're doing so far today, and then we're going to get going on laying down the dashboard for kit 383. All right, so live, and we're going to do week 48 for all of it. I've been liking to put these down ahead of time, so it's been working really, really well. Okay, now that we have that a little bit updated, we are going to move this stuff off to the side. And then we are going to get at the dashboard. I love these colors, you guys. They're fall colors. So fall's almost done. Winter isn't technically till January, but it's cold, guys. It's cold. So we are going to use this kit while we can. I love these colors. I think this would be a good spring kit also because all the flowers. And so, yeah, I have my Daily Duo stuff, my extra labels. This is for the dashboard that we're getting ready to use. I have all my bottom boxes. Okay, and then our 7th box and all our extra, our week at a glance that we're going to be doing. And then here is our dashboard. So we're going to be using these two right now. And we always like to start with writing the week number and the date range up here at the top. Yeah, so if you guys, I don't know how many of you guys actually order from me or if you just watch my content. Either way, I love you guys completely. I love the community that we have. But if you guys do order from me, think along the terms of we are now in holiday mode, and especially Black Friday, is coming right up. So shipping times are going to start taking a little longer. Like I get it out just as rapidly, but just naturally the post office takes just a little bit longer. So if there's something you want for like your 2026 planner setup or something like that, like get going on it. I have been putting out tons of new stuff for 2026 planner. Look over on my Instagram. I've been posting all of it over there. And I am so excited. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff that's been on my list that I have like been able to be getting off of my list. Like it's been on my list for almost a year. So I just feel really productive and good. All right, November 24th through, don't worry, I'll get on task here, guys. I'll get on task. Like I said, my morning has just been, I don't know, like something different. It just hasn't been jamming. So I'm really happy that yesterday I put out that I was going to go live for you guys because it holds me accountable. And going live helps me so much because now I'm going to have all this set up for the next week, which makes me more productive next week. All right, Erin Condren Sale, who made an order? Who, or like, what did you guys order? What layout and all this kind of stuff? I want to know all the goods. Okay, we have our upper. I think this week I'm going to try something a little bit different. And we're just going to try, I'm just going to try it down here on Sunday without the washi strip in the back. So I've always done, let me make sure I'm in frame here. I've always done these washi strips in the back because I really love the look of it. Like I think it's so super cute. See, look how much that pops. But I might see if I just put, they fit just fine. There we go. If I just put like these labels down this week, I want to see kind of what the differences are. So I think let's go ahead. We're going to start with that and then we'll get our header up there. So I'm not going to ruin it, but I did do quite a few different things. I did some different things. I got a few notebooks. I will say that part. I didn't go hog wild. Like I am one of those planners that I'm just going to purchase like what I know that I will use and what works for me. And so, yeah, that's what that's why I end up getting. But guys, it's still cha-ching. Like it runs up really far. And also if you guys use my affiliate link, like let me know because I want to say 50% of people that bought through my affiliate link, for some reason, I didn't get the award points. They still say pending. And Erin Condren says, like, I need more information to earn those points. And those points help me do more with my business, like be able to keep going. So all righty. So life planner dashboard from Raquel. Yes, dashboard. Love it. I hope they keep this in their rotation. Like I think it was a really smart layout for them to have. And I hope they hear from us that we're loving it. All right. Cassie from Wisconsin. Hello, another Midwestern. I've got the A5 Rings Agenda Daily Duo sitting in my car. I can't decide between the rings or the coil bound. Okay, so I was a happy planner before, right? So you could take those pages out, do your little planning flat on the desk, move your pages around, do whatever you need, put it back in. Loved it. So I was really worried about getting these rings, right? I was really worried. But I have to say, I have loved it. They're very sturdy. It's a very nice planner. Like it holds together very, very well. And so I don't know. Like, I mean, worst comes to worst. Usually in, I want to say April, they have another big sale, but I know they've kind of been changing stuff this year. So usually they have another big sale. Let's do this one at the bottom this time. And you can always get the opposite if one thing's not working. Or there is buy, sell, trade pages on Facebook that you can purchase one. to try to test out the differences. I tried A5 for my business planner thinking, oh, I'm not going to need as much room as my personal. And it wasn't enough room for me. Like I need a 7x9 at the very minimum. And so I know I'm excited to hear which one you end up choosing. The rings do intrigue me. But I just like the idea all this is together. I love the idea for the rings that you can add and take out and rearrange. That's the only portion of Erin Condren that I don't absolutely love that I used to have with Happy Planner. That being said, will I go back to Happy Planner? Probably not. I really love the paper quality and everything with Erin Condren. So then, Cassie, do I need 3 different planners for 2026? Do I need 3 different planners? I might end up with more than 3 planners. It's what works for you. That is the answer. What works for you? Okay. So if you feel like it's too much and one of those planners are not working for you, guess what? Drop it for a month or 2. And if you in the summertime all of a sudden be like, oh my gosh, I so need that planner back. It was actually working and I didn't realize. Start it again. If there's some empty pages, then there's some empty pages, but it's your planning journey and nobody else's. So what I do might not work exactly for you. I've gotten some of my ideas by watching YouTubers and I'm just like, I think that could work perfectly for me. Or when I start having an idea about a certain something, I end up looking for like YouTube videos on it. And sometimes watching a video of how it's set up, I'll be like, oh, that's really not for me. Like I will have to reevaluate what I think that I should have been doing versus what I am doing. Oh my gosh, love those. This part is kind of throwing me that it doesn't have as much color as it normally has without those washi strips in the back, but we're still going to do it. I just really miss all those colors. It's kind of funny. It feels like it's extra, but it actually just makes it work for me. All right, Miss Lynn, would your week at a glance fit in a classic Happy Planner? Well, it is sized for a 7x9. So I would assume, like, what layout are you thinking? Like the dashboard Happy Planner? Because like I said, it's sized for a 7x9. So you would imagine that you can get them all laid out correctly, but I have not tested it in there. I think I still have my 7x9. Like what kind of stickers are you thinking? Like this set here, this set? All right, these are my Happy Planners I still have down here, and I'm not sure what my layouts are. Okay, this one has fitness in it. I don't know if it's all fitness. Let me double check. Yes. So let's get rid of this one. This is what I did like about Happy Planner though. Like it has this disc ring. And so I got some really nice, these are from Happy Planner, some really nice covers. There's me and my hubby. But yeah, I can pick and choose what I put. Like even here doing workouts, like I printed out what my schedule was and all that kind of stuff, my weight loss tracker, like all this kind of stuff. And I loved it. Okay, let's see. Let me get that out. This, I love the black with the gold. Let's see here if this one is the classics dashboard. Let me see, Lynn, I'm thinking the long box with the days, like the vertical. Is that what you're thinking? Look how I used to. Oh my gosh. I do miss this, but productivity the other way is a lot better. Okay, so here's an empty page. So you're thinking the vertical one. I don't have a 7x9 vertical because I always did the 8x10. Like I did the big one instead. Let's see. I don't think I'll use habits this week. Oh my gosh, look at that. It covers, so your daily ones over here, your day labels would cover those. And then let's see how else we can test a few things. We have the washi strip here. Let's see if it will fit as a header. It's just a tidge long, not much at all, so that would work out. And then I am going to be using this box, and so I can't just waste it in here. But if you see the sizing, I'm just going to let it lay there. It does work really perfectly. I'm pleasantly surprised on all this. Let's see if I take this over here. So see, a lot of stuff, that's why I do put that it's a 7x9 size, so that people will know that they have options other than just Erin Condren. Okay, I love that. And then even if we do this, like, it's going to be the right size too. So I would say they are interchangeable. Like, right? Everything is fitting in a certain aspect without it even being designed for that. Okay, does that help you at all? Like I said, I don't have the vertical one. So the long box with the days, I don't know if that's vertical that you're talking about. So, all right, Jane. Hi, I'm Jane from Clymer, Pennsylvania, just watching and relaxing. I love it. I have started, usually I watch YouTube on my, I need all my stickers back. Usually those two will be fine. Usually I watch YouTube on my phone, or it's just on in the background while I'm working. But recently I've been starting to put it up on my TV screen, and that has been very different. And it's kind of nice too. And it lets me sit, because I'm really bad at, like, even lunch. This sticker's a little curled because how I took it off. There we go. Even lunch, I usually have a working lunch. Like, I sit at my desk, I keep working, and I eat my lunch. But I have chosen to start going and sitting and maybe turning on a show or turning on a YouTube video or something. So I've started watching them on the TV screen. Way different, you guys, way different. I also think somebody watching me on a TV screen feels weird. I don't know. It just feels weird. Okay. I love the removable pages from Lynn. Yes, yes. That's the only part I miss about this is the removable. Like, I always did the big size, the 8x10, because that way, like, if my kids brought home something from school, like a piece of paper from school or from sports that I couldn't lose, I just hole punched it and I put it right into the Happy Planner. Or if it was the 7x9 size, I would still do the same, but I would hole punch the top of it, put it this way, and fold it in half, and it would fit perfectly. So I guess you could really try either way, as far as what planner. Like I said, if one thing doesn't work, you can always switch. Like, your planner needs to work for you. And so don't be afraid of switching stuff. Okay. I really like how we did, like, this page last week. I think let's come over here, put our kit number, and then we're going to get rid of this top section. I was going to pull an all-nighter last night, but, oh, you're welcome, Lynn. Like, I'm so happy I actually had one sitting out here that I could test stuff in for you guys. So, yeah, I was going to pull an all-nighter, like a work night last night, but I'm like, oh, I have the live stream in the morning and I don't want to be groggy. Tomorrow's my birthday. So I want to have, like, energy for today. And so I didn't. And then I woke up and I realized that I have no mocha. And so I have no caffeine. So thank goodness I didn't pull an all-nighter, because I guess I could have grabbed something while I was out running stuff for my daughter. What was our dates? The 24th. So let's come up here and start putting our dates down here. Like I said, I like the simplicity of this, and I'll probably like it more when I get it all written in, but I really miss the colorfulness of how I do it otherwise. So that's kind of surprising to me. It'll work out though. It'll be great. It's all in perception, right? Perception, perception, perception. And I don't know. I say that to my kids. I say that to my coworkers. I say that to my family, like my mom and all this kind of stuff. So it's a really real thing, like it's not a burden to run your kids' stuff that they forgot. And I give them grace if they definitely are not someone that normally forgets a whole bunch. I'm just looking when I work next week, and I'm pretty sure that it is Monday and Tuesday. But yeah, it's not a burden to do that when kids don't normally forget stuff. It's giving them grace and understanding and helping them. And so, yeah, I don't know. This morning, I'm so happy. Like, this is what I wanted. I wanted to work less to be available to my kids. So therefore, if I'd sit here and complain about that, that's the exact opposite statement that I'm giving my brain versus what I wanted and what I worked so hard to get. So, okay, we have those. I need some work scripts here. So let's I need to restock this again already. We just go through the stickers like crazy. Okay. This morning, oh my gosh, it's foggy, and like yesterday misted the whole entire day. And it's just a wet, dreary day. Like, I walked my orders out to the mailbox, and just in that time, like, got pretty wet just from the heavy mist. Every time my dog comes in, she's pretty wet with it. And so, yeah, it has just been, we're going to put a Thanksgiving one on here too. Let's use this bright yellow. Yeah, it's just been a little bit dreary. And yeah, when I looked out this morning, and there is like dense fog warnings and stuff, but it's just like, oh, I just want a sunshine day. I just want a sunshine day. This is Thanksgiving, and I'm going to write that in because I'm going to be busy on that day. So it's kind of letting myself know, oh, we need to put requests. Let me know if you guys have any requests. I'll get them written down. And print cut list. We had a few last week. Well, we had routines, and then my print cut list is dance, which I need to still do. Where'd I put I'm just losing everything today. My pen. Guys, I'm going crazy. I'm going completely crazy. Let's find another pin in here. I usually have 12 of them out. Usually too, before I film, I like empty this out and just put in my priority stuff, because I find I just keep on putting too much in there. Otherwise, I need to write dance down, because otherwise I'm going to forget to do that. A big task I need to do this week is digital declutter. How do you guys handle your digital items? Because mine gets very overwhelming very fast. Just so much all the time. Obviously, with being a content creator, like it's digital all the way. And so you have to get very good at managing that so that you know where your files are and how they are and what part of the process you're in. And so I have figured out quite a few things. And so this morning, while I was sitting down, I was thinking about goals, because I was trying to figure out if we were doing goal planning. And is that something you guys would want to do a work along? Like, basically, I think I would say, like, okay, we're going to do health goals or health and wellness goals. And it would be like chatting together, like what all everybody's ideas are to help each other come up with their goals for the year, or at least for the first quarter. But yeah, I was trying to figure out if we were doing goals or if we were doing our weekly plans. And I don't know, it just, I got off track and I just lost my train of thought, you guys. I just didn't feel ready to do the goal setting part. I have a lot of goals, but I also feel like there's so many things that I am actively working towards right now that I didn't feel like it was time to do those. That being said, probably by like next week, I need to do that. I do know this week I need to work on February kits. But okay, we have those. And then let's put, this will still be priorities. I really like how that is. And then I think this can just be notes up here. And then down here, we like to do to do. I think we're going to go back over here this week. We've been going in the center. And then I need my film and edit, which is over here. Guys, I edited so many videos yesterday trying to get caught up and stuff. And then all of a sudden, boom, one won't export. I'm like, this problem better not be coming back. I wanted to cry and be impatient. Sometimes if I just give it like well over a day to try to export, sometimes it works out, but sometimes it does not. So we will see which way it goes. Okay. I think as far as this spread, let's get this open up so y'all can see. I think as far as this spread, it looks a little dull because we don't have all these colors from the washi strips over here. But I think that this is done as of now. Oh, we need our film and edit scripts. Let's get those. And the reason why I feel like it is done is just because I need to figure out what all I'm getting done this week before I move on to next week. Hey guys, if you're new here, check in with the chat, say who you are, where you're from, what you're doing while we're on this live. You guys can just chill. You can get out your planners and get your week. We're planning for next week. So we're currently, obviously, on this week. But we're getting next week set up for all of our planners. So I do the Erin Condren 7x9 dashboard. I do a week at a glance in my daily duo, and I do my daily duo. So love, love, love. And I'm going to leave these in here, but sticking out, because I remember last week, I actually use these in my other planners quite often. And so got my cute kids. Guys, those are not professional photos. I literally took my kids out to one of our county parks after school one day, and we took photos. And I love stuff like that. And this planner cover just makes me so happy. Like seeing my kids, like, look at that personality. Oh my God, so much personality there. And these are quite old. So this is when she was turning 7. This is my youngest, Kenzie. When she was turning 7, you guys, she's 9. She just turned 9. So when my child started driving, it was so weird. That was her permit. So yeah, all these are like 2 years old, but this still makes me so happy how personalized it is. The one thing I did try, I'm going to get my daily duo out and we're going to do week at a glance next. The one I am trying this time, as far as the order went, is I didn't customize anything to see if it'll go faster. Because I know like customizing stuff, I mean, it's still going to take a while because the insides, like you choose what color way you want your insides. So it's still going to take a little while, but I am curious if it will at least be faster. And that being said too, I have learned I don't put like years and stuff on the planner covers. Did I put anything on here? I feel like my name. Yeah, I just put my name on here, but I don't put years and all that kind of stuff because the pure fact that, then I can use it anytime, like I can use it different years and all that kind of stuff. So, okay, this is our brain dump. And you can see I've gotten quite a few things done. Let's see if I've gotten anything else done. I feel like I've halfway done some of these things. We did put away Halloween, and guys, I drove around town this morning with a big skeleton in my front seat, driving all the way across town to give my daughter her notebook and back because my kids thought it was funny to. We have like an extra storage area in our professional business. And so all of the Halloween stuff is going to get stored there. And the kids thought it was funny to put Skelly in the front seat. Well, the joke's on them because their mama just drove around with Skelly in the front seat. We did the library returns. Order school photos. I finally did. I don't know why I put that off, but I saved a lot of money because I got 20% off and free shipping. So I saved a lot of money by waiting out. I definitely need to work on dance items. Let's see, this one got done. See, we actually got a lot of stuff done. Dates to family. I have them all written out. I just literally, to let our family know what's going on with the kids and like what activity is when and at what time and what location. I just literally write them out with permanent marker so it's nice and bold for them month by month. And then I take a photo and I text it to everybody so that they can keep on like referring back to it. So I wrote them all down. I just need to snap the photos and send them off, and then that'll be marked off. Also, did this one too. Look, I'm proud of myself. I've actually done a lot. I do notice that I am missing my little dots over on this side. So let's get those in here real quick. I mean, they're really irrelevant. I still work through stuff, but there we go. Okay, productive week. That's good. And then as far as groceries, I've gotten quite a few things already. And then I need to, guys, did I really lose my pen once again? What is wrong with me? Did I put it back in here? You guys probably see it and you're probably like, it's right there, Jamie. That's why I have like 20 million of these. These are the Pentel Energel 0.07. They're needle tip. See how it's pointed? I literally just buy a whole bunch of them and then I get the refills and I just switch out the refills. So Capri Suns, I am told we need, and raspberries. Those were requests of me this morning. And other than that, I think that I have, look, mocha's on my list. I just didn't get it in time. I think we're good as far as that goes. I need to figure out what we're doing for supper tonight. There is a chance we're just doing leftovers. And I processed the produce. I wanted to bake a cake and I did. So I'm still going to write that down. So bake cake. And I also need to make banana bread. My bananas are getting a little ripe and I make the best banana bread ever. So we need to do that. Beautiful. I love all these markouts. We are being productive. Okay. We've had a good week. Here's our YouTube live. Let's see if there's anything else from yesterday. I swear I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. I know. I like showing you guys the whole entire process. And this is literally what I do usually each morning. Like I flip through to see where I'm at. And that way my headspace knows like what I need to pull forward. So like over here, we updated the family calendar. That's our command center. And that feels great to have that done. We put Halloween away. We got some groceries. Dishwasher got cleaned. Dishes got done. Floors, I did vacuuming and sweeping, but I didn't mop them. So I'm still going to mark them off because I can put them again, the mopping. The clean office I did do, but I want to go even more in depth. So I'm going to mark it off, but that's okay. Same with over here, clean office. These, I need my dance scripts. That's why there's a little space right there. And then I did okay on my water yesterday. Not great. Not great. Guys, if you have your water, let's take a drink. This is a 40-ounce brewmate. It doesn't keep it cold very long. I'm actually highly disappointed in it. Probably won't buy another one. I like my cheaper ones. but it's a 40 ounce. And our last live that we did, just because I would take little random breaks for a drink, I ended up drinking all 40 ounces just during our live. So I think it's a really good thing to have, because that is 40 ounces more than I get some days. So my daughter has requested for her snack that I make her a sandwich. So I am going to write that next to it. So it prompts me to make her sandwich for her. I do need to email my 5th graders, my twins, their teacher, because they have a book club and I don't know when it is. And it's from one of the parents privately, but I wonder if the teacher knows what it is, like knows when it is. I swear it's like the last Friday of the month, but I don't know where because it rotates where it is. And I don't know what book they're reading. So we need to get in contact somehow. All right, that is today. That means we are good to move on to our week at a glance. So we're going to put these things to the side here. And I know I am very talkative, you guys. I apologize. Oh, it's funny. I was shy as a kid. So shy. All right. 24th starts, right? We're right. I don't know why I keep second guessing myself, but I do. I was so shy as a kid, and not super confident and all this kind of stuff. And then I don't know what happened, because it was like 5th or 6th grade. I was like, get out of my way. I'm living my life. And then definitely, I think what changed that trajectory of shyness and confidence was my dad passed away when I was 16. And it was me and my mom that was still at home. My other siblings are older. And so it just makes you grow up fast and see priorities differently, see life a little bit differently. And then I think what really, really changed my confidence and being outspoken, being an ER nurse. So I was an ER nurse, then NICU nurse. And yeah, I don't know many ER nurses that are shy. And you really can't be. I mean, that's a stressful job. You gotta be on your toes for it. Okay, so I think usually every week we do a different color for our dots. And I'm thinking our little yellow gold will be good. See if I dot it right here. It's a little bit brighter than it normally is. Do we have a pink that is a little cuter? Like, what's this pink gonna look like? Let's use the pink one just because we don't very often. So we're going to dot the first day, or the first dot of each day. We like doing that. And then let's just get all our stickers, and then we'll figure out if we either want to do goal setting, like do that also on this live, or if we want to fill in more plans for this week. I was going to set up December with you guys. And then I realized I have all my January kits cut out and ready for me for the plan with me's, and I don't have my Decembers. So that is something I need to put on my list. Let me grab. I found my pen. I put it back there with my planner. Let's grab this. And on today, right here, we are going to write out cut December kits, cut December plan with me's. Let's do that. And I'll know that that means my kits for that. We also need to put down orders because we got Lynn's order out this morning for her. That's always like first thing before I do anything. And it's funny because my kids see me do it every morning. They say, hey, Mom, are you doing your order? So Lynn's order came through as I was going to sleep last night. And so first thing this morning when I got up, I packaged up her order. So it is, I just got to print the shipping label, like it's all packaged up, print the shipping label and walk it out to the mailbox. And then Lynn's stuff is on its way. If I was still awake last night, half of the time I still do it same night. So, but cut December plan with me's, I needed to write down because I was going to forget that probably, you guys. There's so many things I think of and then forget. Getting older, it's hard, isn't it? My mind. I almost feel like I need to put in a grocery order because being out of mocha, too bad. I wish Sam's Club had my mocha because I also want like a birthday treat to take to work tomorrow for my birthday, which is so funny because I am usually one of those that is very quiet about my birthday. 1, 2, 3. There we go. I'm usually super quiet about my birthday, but I have decided, let's actually go up one more because there's more pickup orders because Christmas shopping and holiday shopping. I've decided no, scream it from the rooftop and be really loud and proud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go right there. I'm turning 40. That's why I'm saying like scream it from the rooftop. Hello, Christina. How are you? How is your morning going? We're just having fun. We're doing plan-alongs. We're chilling. Some people have mocha. I don't. I could have so gone through McDonald's and gotten me a mocha. But I didn't want to be later for you guys than I already was. And so I bypassed it and I'll be fine without it. I just like to joke about it. Okay, let's get this one up here. Love this layout, you guys. It works so good. Like there's so much information in one planner for us. All right, Miss Lynn, this is the item that I want to use in my happy planner for a quick look for the week. Oh, so the week at a glance. And you know what I did? I did the dashboard in there. So you want to use a week at a glance in the vertical layout. I wonder. I don't have a vertical one to test for you, or I would go and grab it right now. I do have a friend that does Happy Planner. So maybe I'm trying to think though, like what the layout would look like. Like, would there be open page space for this? So I do love, like, it's this one single, this one single page. It does so much. Like, that makes it so easy to use. So yeah, I'm just trying to visualize, like, according to the layout, like what it could look like. All right, let's get this up here. Boom. And then we like using a box. So actually, this is where we want those dashboard stickers back. We're gonna borrow these back. Because I remember last week we used some of these down here, and I think let's go with the blue. Let's go with the blue. So I love how much this box is in the page. All right, Christina, I'm great. How are you? Done with hot coffee on iced coffee and cleaning with my windows open and listening to raining. It's warm enough. Like, how warm is it, girl? Oh my gosh, it's so cold here. So cold. Like, I had a sweater on and we had the fireplace on this morning and we cuddled underneath a heated blanket. And also, I am so sensitive to caffeine. How are you doing 2 coffees already? You guys think I talk fast now? You should know me with caffeine because I talk even faster. It's ridiculous. Okay, we're going to use this one. And then, here we go. I am just going to write in here, but I'm thinking for next year of doing like a longer label that maybe says the week with the date range. So week 48, November 24th through, I've already forgotten, the 30th, right? Yes. Okay. I went ahead and got my daily duo for 2026. Yay! I love the daily duo, guys. It's like planner piece with it. Love, 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 love. I'm a little fearful of if and when they make changes, what they will be, just because it's working so well. And so I kind of want them to just leave it alone. I know. So, what insights did you get, Christina? Like, do you get neutral? Like, I get super neutrals, right? So that my stickers can just like do their own. We can use like markers for it. I have a whole bunch of mild liners over here we can use. Like, I love like inserting the color and the theme on my own. And so, yeah, I always get neutral insides. For the dashboard, I almost was going to go bright and colorful, but then I'm just like, you won't be happy. Don't do it. So I didn't. Okay, let's get our scissors and cut this smaller so that it's a little bit more usable with filming. Oh my gosh, love it. Daily Duo. It's funny because when I was using Happy Planner, they had daily pages. But I don't know, they just never function super well with me. And I don't know if it's just like I just wasn't deep enough into my planning journey like I am now. But I definitely make these things work for me to the maximum now. So let's get everything down here. And we have been using the corner boxes for fitness, and I have been enjoying this. So what I'm meaning is doing this. I have been enjoying this. This has been working. It's one step for the fitness here. My only issue with this is I like a one-page spread so that I could see the whole entire week for my fitness. So that's the only thing that kind of has me thinking along the lines of doing a fitness planner. And I have something coming. Don't worry, there's something coming. I've just got to test it out and stuff when it actually gets here. So, Christina, I went with a neutral this time too. I'm ready to get 100% creative this coming new year. I love it. I love it. This is a stress reliever. Like, it helps me so much. I don't get time to just do stuff on my own, even though this business is my own. This business is my creative outlet. And so, when I flip back through this and I see all this, oh my gosh, my heart is happy. Look at all these colors and fun. And yes, love it. And so, yeah, I'm glad you are going to like jump all in with it because I feel like it does. It helps and it's creative and yeah, so many good things. So many good things. Okay, meal prep, and then we're going to do meals up top. The other thing I try to get into is meal planning. I used to do a weekly meal plan that was pretty strict, or a monthly meal plan where we'd have a theme of the day. And I don't know, like, I feel like it's more my family is like, oh, I don't want that on that day. And so it throws it off. And I could just be mean and be like, you're eating this. But I'm so not that person. And like, okay, what sounds better? And what I do, so I usually do 3 to 5 meals per week. And then the other ones are usually leftovers, fend for yourself, or a day to go out to eat together. And so 3 to 5 meals is plenty for the week. Um, and so I don't assign those meals to a specific day. I just like when I do my grocery order, I just make sure I have the items for those meals. But then I'm also smart about it. If we make hot beefs, like a roast with mashed potatoes and gravy and all that kind of stuff, then I also know later in the week that maybe I can do some sandwiches with it or whatever. Or the other good thing, okay, here is a really good way, making taco meat. So I make taco meat. We have tacos one night and people eat some of the leftovers, but there's too much leftovers. I'm going to make taco soup one of those nights. And so that's 2 meals in one week with the same exact ingredients. So I try to make sure Or when we make sloppy joes, our sloppy joe meat is really sweet. And so then I know a few days later that we are going to make homemade pizza with the sloppy joe. It's sloppy joe meat with pepperoni with cheese, and it's like sweet and salty together. It's so good, you guys. We accidentally did it the first time we did it. We thought it was taco meat, and we're like, yeah, let's use that up. And it ended up being sloppy joe meat. I don't know how we didn't notice. We were young. And it actually now is a thing that we eat sloppy joe pizza. So we just made sloppy joes. Was it last night or the night before? Let's see. We met Tuesday night, so the night before. And so I know we'll be making homemade pizza. So it's funny because my mama, it's her recipe for the sloppy joes. And the first time I said we make sloppy joe pizza, she's like, ew. And my initial thought was they make barbecue pizza, right? With barbecue pork. Same difference, just a different meat. So, yeah, don't knock it till you try it. Okay, let's see, Christina. I actually got the folio to go with mine, and I'm in love with it. What color is your folio? I've had folios in the past too, but I like bending my stuff back like this, like bending it in half. And so I just don't know. I feel like my folios get put to the side quite often. Okay, Lynn, I went to use it on a blank sheet of HP paper. Okay, then I am going to say this is going to work because this is basically a blank page, right? And all I'm doing is naturally letting the stickers dictate where my columns are. Okay, so that's why I designed the stuff that I did, because I'm like, I want people to be able to use this sheet in multiple planners. Okay, so yeah, you could just lay it out kind of like I do, or you could find your own. Like maybe you want this to be 4 boxes instead, so you use the washi strips to break it into 4 boxes. And then where the washi strips meet right here, yep, you make a line straight down so that you know it's on both. You could very easily, you have this, you could very easily put this box over here. It fits over here also. So that's why I kind of divided stuff up the way that I did to make sure. And then my stickers are on removable sticker paper, so you can take it off and you can like replace it around and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully that does help. Like it does help a lot that you just said that it's basically just a neutral, vague background, because like this page, literally there is nothing on it when we start, and then we create it into an actual spread every single week. So hopefully that helps, Lynn. I hope it does. Christina, that's awesome. And it's a light purple and it's beautiful. Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. Christina, I was scared to get it at first because I like to fold mine back behind itself, and actually it works out perfectly and didn't miss folding it back. Maybe I need to try it again, because also I take this to work with me, and you could see like it's pretty scratched up. Like it's not as shiny as it was in the beginning, which part of me is like, whatever. It just shows I use the heck out of my planner. And it's funny because all my coworkers are like, oh, she's got her planner. But the other part of me is like, oh, it could look a little more sophisticated. So maybe I will get mine back out. If it's on my lap, I can keep it open and it won't fall either way. Yeah, that would be a big thing, wouldn't it? A big thing. Okay, let's put in our work days real quick here. And then we're going to move on to our daily duo. And you guys vote. After we do the daily duo, I don't know how long we'll be on at that point, but after we do the daily duo, do you want me to go back through, put in more detail? Or do you want me to start like some goal setting? Like we could talk about what sections of our life we want to do and maybe put in some pretty vague stuff and then kind of go from there. I don't know. There's a few options that we could do, and I just don't know what everybody's preferences are. Let's get these out of the way. So this is where it becomes a little bit busier, right? Because we're laying down stuff and we have 7 different pages worth. And so it's a lot of flip it back and forth, flip it back and forth. We're just going to kind of move stuff to a different pile, and then we'll go through the piles. I'll also need to get out, oh, this might be a little harder because all my stickers are in a mess right now. I have not gone through and gotten them organized yet like I normally do. And I think that's going to kick me in the butt just about right now. So, okay, we haven't done this side. I try to alternate. Like 1 week I put Monday here, 1 week here, and 1 week here. And then I alternate with it going down. And that way stuff keeps pretty even. Like you can see up here, there is not a divot in there. And that has helped a lot. My only thing that I am having issues with right now, and I've talked to you guys about it in the past couple of weeks, is she is chunky and she is popping the back cover off when I'm turning it because she is so chunky. So, but it's usually just like the last, I don't know, maybe 2 months. Like it's very doable. It's not nonstop. And so I just deal with it. And I did finally just cut out the back folder. I do love that folder. I put stuff in it, but not frequent enough. So I cut out the back folder. I had already taken the stickers out, but I ended up doing that, and that's helped quite a bit. I don't think my back cover has really popped off since I did that because that folder, is a little chunky. And so it helped buy me some space, hopefully, to get to the end of the year. Okay. 30th. I can't believe we are already saying 2026. Crazy, you guys, crazy. Christmas shopping, how far are you on it? I'm purposely holding out on it, actually. And it feels like all the wrong things. I have missed out on a couple of deals that I wanted, and I'm a little sad about, but it is what it is. It's not the end of the world. I almost want to get my kids more experiences than gifts. But of course, they're kids. They want the gifts. So we're going to do both. But we decided this year to let them buy more gifts for each other, like to gift each other. And they're super excited about that. And we haven't had time to go out. So now I am oh, yeah, it would be so easy to use that in your car. I have a car. I got to see if this is on my Amazon recommendations. I have a car tray that goes like with your steering wheel, like it hooks on and it's a flat tray. And I use that all the time for my laptop and for my planner and stuff. And so I'll make sure that's linked in my Amazon. Like I really love that thing. But I've decided we're this far along. I might as well just wait until true Black Friday sales, which I'm sure most of them are exactly what's out there right now. But I think I'm going to let them go out on Black Friday and shop for each other. So I have it on the calendar, and they have not noticed it yet. They keep asking, when do we get to go? And I keep saying, oh my gosh, we've been so busy. And so I'm really excited. And I think what we're going to do is divide and conquer. Like my husband will take out a certain one to a certain store. I will take out a certain one to a certain store. And we'll just like keep dividing and doing it that way. So it'll be fun. I'm a little scared how much cha-ching is going to go with each kid. There's a limit, but I haven't given them a true limit. It kind of depends on what they're buying and for who type item more. I mean, I don't want to give them a $5 limit and then they literally get toys that just break within 2 seconds. That being said, my oldest has bought a few gifts for her siblings and she spent a good $25 on each. And that adds up times 4 kids really fast. But I also allowed her to because I felt like it was definitely gifts that were worth it and will stick around and will be played with for years to come. So you're welcome, Lynn. Christina, I've only got one present, but 2 of my kids have birthdays this month. So, oh my gosh, that's so hard, isn't it? It's so hard. It's a blessing and a curse all at the same time, isn't it? I feel like my birthday's tomorrow. So it usually lands like right before Thanksgiving. So I feel like everybody was always so focused on Thanksgiving that, yeah, I would just get a little bit forgotten, which my family did not go big for birthdays. It was not a thing. I go big, but not huge. Like you have a balloon arch that I make by myself. You have decorations that I do. You get to choose like a birthday cake, cupcakes, ice cream cake, nothing bundt cake, stuff like that. You get multiple gifts, but I am not spending $500 for your birthday. Not even spending $300 for your birthday. It's probably not even $200. It's just kind of what feels right for the kid at the time. And they're all super happy. We don't do huge classroom parties like that we're going to trampoline parks and stuff. Because that stuff, we've been to so many, and it's funny because I feel like for the cost of it, they just rush you through so fast. And so we choose not to do that. They can either have a few friends over. We always do a family one. Always include the family. But yeah, it's just like they get to pick their supper, whether that is something from home or going out to eat. And of course, they're all to that age now. It's about the going out to eat. And they also get to choose. They can go out to eat for food or they can go out to eat for a dessert. So they kind of think that is fun, that we get to go and order these like big extravagant milkshakes and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, I'm thinking about like family museum membership. I almost wasn't going to do because I'm like, my kids are getting older. They're 9, 11, 16. And so I didn't get one this year. We have every single year before this. And it's funny because my kids miss it so much. They literally are like, Mom, when are you getting a membership again? And I even said to them, aren't you guys a little bit too old for that? And they don't think they are. And so I will support that. So I'm thinking about doing that. And then like some of the amusement type items are around here, maybe getting them like passes for those. And I thought about making a coupon book for each kiddo of things that they love to do. And so to be able to do it alone with mommy and daddy instead of sharing it with their siblings. But that being said, even when they're allowed to go alone, where I'm like, oh, Brooklyn, do you want to come alone with me to the store or whatever? They always bring a sibling along. They really enjoy being with each other, which makes my mama heart so extremely happy. So, all right, Christina, 2 of mine are teens now. So they are at that age. They don't want a whole lot. So it does make it a little easier. My daughter will be 10 next Friday, so she still gets a little spoiled. Oh, I'm sure she does. Teenagers, yes, they are harder. My 16-year-old just wants gift cards because she wants the joy. She wants the joy of going and purchasing it, like the adrenaline rush of making the purchase. You know that we all know that every time we order on Amazon, every time we walk into TJ Maxx, every time we do any online ordering and stuff, we know exactly what she's looking for. So that's where also a coupon book, I'm considering doing that and being like, we'll go to Ulta together or we'll go to I was never in Ulta until last year, and it's all because of her. I just don't like spending the money on that stuff. Even if the money's there, I don't know. I feel like there's better family stuff to spend it on, but my kids are getting older that's the stuff that they are wanting. My 11-year-old also wants it, and I'm like, girlfriend, you're 11. That being said, too, I think I started wearing makeup at age 12. How old were you guys when you started wearing makeup? And mine was simple. It was eyeliner. And I want to say that was basically all. Eyeliner and like lip gloss. And so I'm looking at her like, girl, you're at that age. Or my other hard part is she wants like hair stuff, like a curling iron or a straightener or a blow dryer. Well, we already have 2 of them, and she shares a bathroom with my 16-year-old, and she is able to use her stuff, or she is able to come and use my stuff. So then I sit here and I'm like, do I really buy 3 of the same items within one household? So I haven't decided on that yet. Oh, happy early birthday. Thank you so much, Christina. Like I said, I'm excited for it. Like it is what it is. It's coming no matter what. Today is my last day in my 30s forever. Great grandma said, yep, it's halfway through your life. And I said, guess that wasn't really the thought that I was having, but now it's there. Yep. And my dad passed away when he was 49. So that would mean I only have 10 more years on this earth with my family. And that's why I think it's a huge celebration of each birthday because, you know, sooner or later, our birthdays quit coming. So we need to enjoy them while we can. Okay. Christina, I was maybe about that age too, and about that much makeup too. Nothing crazy. Yeah, she likes bright makeups though. It's kind of funny. She comes out. I let them go and play with makeup if we're not going like to school and stuff. And they come out with bright red lipstick and the blue eyeshadow and super pink blush. And I'm just like, that you look so beautiful. That's so cute. And in my head, I'm like, note to Jamie, make sure they wash that off before we go to the store. In their defense, though, we do competition dance makeup, and that is heavy makeup. Like you put quite a bit on, like dark brown eyeshadow, and the blush has to be quite a bit, is bright red lipstick, eyeliner, because like the stage lights really just wash you out. Like you can't really tell anything because of the stage lights. And so I'm looking for my money icon here. And so you have to put it on really heavy. And so that's what they're really used to. And so they just have to learn a new way. Okay, I work on this day. So we're going to use up a wash strip here. Let's do the pink one. What do I work? At 7. Okay. One thing I did realize by doing, let's get rid of the top of this here. Oh, we got to do the kit number first. But one thing I did realize by updating my family calendar that I usually have done before the beginning of the month. And guys, it's the 20th. And I just did. It had quite a few weeks. Like basically we've been missing the last week on this family calendar. But usually I update it at the beginning of each month, and I did not. And one thing I realized though is I am working a lot of closing shifts instead of opening shifts. I like opening more than closing. I like getting up early, getting the day going. Okay, let's get a work script here, and then we're going to write. I have to look up my location. We need our badge, and we need our lunch. There we go. And then Tuesday, same thing. I work at a different location, and I close. Let's get these out of the way here. And I think we're just going to use the same pink. There we go. And then in badge and lunch, we are a locked clinic. And so you have to have your badge for everything to get into the computer system, to get into the med room, to get into the lab, like everything, you need your badge. So it would be a really long day if I ever forgot it. And then lunch is a reminder to bring my lunch so that I'm not ordering out or going out. Okay. I'm trying to decide down here, should I do this as the fitness planner again, or should I do it as planning with Jamie? I'm trying to think. Oh, and you know, the other thing is we have no school. Let's go ahead and put these in. We have no school Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday because of holidays. So Wednesday is also trash day. So let's throw that one up there also. Hopefully we get to sleep in that day. Who am I kidding? I'm usually up by like 4:45, 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay. I do have an appointment. I have a procedure that day. We might as well throw that in. Let's grab the yellow. I'm getting my varicose veins done. Have any of you guys had that done? They're gluing them shut. So on my legs, I have varicose veins from being a nurse and standing forever. And so my legs get painful, and that's a little crooked. My legs get painful, and I went and got tested and stuff. So I need 3 different procedures. And this is going to be my first one. I'm kind of excited. Get it done. All right. And I'll write in the information there. And then Thursday is Thanksgiving. So I think, again, let's do a big box. Let's do it way up here. I think I know what time we're supposed to be at Thanksgiving, but I'm not 100% sure. So I need to text and see what time I'm supposed to be. Okay, and then we need no school. So let's finally I can use some of these no schools. I feel like I threw half of them away because I was not using them. Because I think when we don't have school for the whole entire week, I don't usually put down a label every single day, but I should. Alrighty. 28th is also no school. I'm really excited. I have these days off with my kids. It's a good thing. A very good thing. And this is Black Friday. So I feel like let's get one of these. And we're going to put Black Friday shopping. Because I cannot believe I'm allowing my kids to go out and do Black Friday shopping. Ugh. They'll love it, though. They'll have so much fun. All right, you guys, you need to vote. We are almost done with our daily duo here. And so we need to, are we doing goals, or are we setting this up a little bit more in depth? Which way? I'm almost leaning towards at least setting up ideas for goals. That way, I feel like for our next live, we can come back with where we're at in the process, that we're doing stuff and then discussing what our goals are. Are you guys do you guys make goals? I don't really make resolutions, but I love my to-do list. You guys see this. I love my to-do list. And so I feel like making a to-do list is so helpful. I'm trying to look at a few things here. Making the to-do list is so super helpful to stay productive. So there's a few things if I wouldn't get them on my to-do list, I would forget them. I think I updated all this yesterday. No, I didn't. Well, I did, and then I did more stuff. Where is my gray mild liner? None of those. Let me see. Okay, so we didn't do, I think maybe just the updating the family calendar was the only other one I did after getting all of this stuff out. Um, All right, so Christina is voting for the goals stuff. So sounds like a good plan, Jamie. I'm a huge to-do person, never really been a goal setter. Yeah, so like my goals is kind of like my idea for my goals is more like to-do list. Like what is stuff that I want to get done for the year and stuff like that. So I think a lot of times I will have like stuff written in the beginning of this or in the back of it. And I don't think I did it as much this year. I know I did do them in some of my notebooks. Like this is how I started my week at a glance and everything. So I had them weekly, but then I swear I had quarterly goals right here. And this is how I tried to like set up different ideas. But yeah, so I had quarterly goals like this where you could see it's more of a to-do list. But yeah, let me see. Let me switch out a few things, get the supplies, and then let's think of our different headers, like our different ideas of things that we want to do. And then, no, Kofi. Kofa, I'm gonna mute you. My dog might bark. All right, she is done barking. Our Amazon guy keeps coming with his music so loud, or I don't know if he's listening to a podcast or chatting on the phone, but it's so loud every day and it gets her going like crazy. And so, yeah, usually if she'll bark like 2 times and I'll tell her to stop and she stops. But recently, because of all the sounds, she just keeps going crazy. So, okay, I'm just sorting through a few things, making sure there's nothing that you guys should see on. Just looking here. Okay, so what I like to do when I start a planning process is I just get printer paper, plain printer paper or a notebook page. The reason why I like printer paper is that I can move it around. Like I could switch it around and lay it next to each other and all that kind of stuff. So then we have our certain certain headers that we are going to do. Okay, so some of those headers, let me see. I want to grab a Sharpie here real quick too. I also love Sharpies. If you guys didn't know that about me, I love writing with a Sharpie. I don't know. I love the boldness of it. Oh, you wish they would bring this cover back. I just miss grabbing one when they are sold out. I love it. I do love this one. I felt like it was like the iridescence is so cute here. And I feel like it's easy to use all year long. I have found I kind of like their notebooks. Oh my gosh, look, a kid. A kid has a drawing here for me. But yeah, I love using their notebooks. And so I just take them with me. Oh, look at that. But and I think I have some goal stuff in here. Let me double check here. I think is why I ended up grabbing. Yeah, so I have like business to do and stuff. I look back at this and you can see it. I highlight off stuff as I do it. And so we're kind of looking at that same idea. Now, I feel like to make goals for my business, that's really super easy, right? Because I have certain tasks I need to do every single month to achieve what I want to achieve. But we have different areas that we want to look into here. So, I've never been a Moxie Life person, and I don't know if you guys do. Oh, Christina, you love the headers. Thank you so much. I do love those. Like, I never realized when I designed those, like how much I was really going to love them and use them and all this kind of stuff. So Moxie Life has different headers, and basically we are going to use those headers and use those colorways to kind of get our mind going. And I will have to search out the different colors. So like financial, I swear, is green. And I think we're going to use the mild liner. Let's see, it says what they are here. Mild liner, it's just called green for this one. And so I like color coding stuff. Okay, so when we start doing goals, let me mute you for 2 seconds here for barking. Okay, she's all done. So I like to color code everything, right? I do it for my family, and I feel like for goals, it'll be a really good thing because then I could see like how long has it been since I did something such as this. My hard part I'm having right now is the pure fact that I'm going to grab a different one because that one's a little dried out. I have business and I have personal. And so then the question is like, how much overlap do we want? And maybe the way we will do this is write personal there and write business here. And we'll make 2 separate lists. Okay. And then, so we have financial, and then we have fun and recreation. I know is one. This is also drying out. That's why I brought a second one. I use Sharpies all the time, so they do dry out. Okay, and then fun and recreation is like an orangey color. So this one I feel like is what I'm going to use. I'm just testing them on a sheet just off to the side here. So yeah, we're going to set up each of our areas, and fun and recreation I feel like is just personal. I don't know that we need personal and business here, but this allows us a whole entire page to really like map out our ideas. Okay, and then we have family and relationships. Okay, and that one is going to be purple. And I just use, like, I have mild liners and I have a Hoo dual tip dot pins. I use those for absolutely everything. And so that made me start looking around my area yesterday, my office, and I'm like, how much of this stuff am I not using? Because there's like certain highlighters and stuff that I literally have not reached for the whole entire year. So that tells me I don't need them. I'm not using them. Okay, so we have those 3 areas. Then we're going to get into health. Should we put health and wellness? No, I feel like they're all the same. We're just going to title it health. And we're going to get moving here. Environment. And this is like all things household. So this will be planning with Jamie, and it will be personal just because the pure fact, like my office is within my house. So all the same stuff for me. Okay, so health, we are going to go with, I know what I want. I just got to find it, and I feel like it might be in here. Just partially emptying it out because I feel like this is getting loud for you guys. Hold on. Sorry. I don't feel like it's this one. Have I dried out all those blues? I might have. Give me 2 seconds to find it. Okay, it is this one that we are going to use. And then I think this is one of the colors, so I grabbed that one. So health will be blue. I swear it was like a little bit darker of a blue that we were going to use, but I don't see it. And I'm not going to waste all the time on this. Okay, so then environment is going to be our darker gray. So I think it's just, yeah, it's called dark gray. So this is helpful though, because I'm going to write stuff down on this. And then when I start transferring it to my months, to my weeks, and to my days, then I can highlight it out according to what color and all that kind of stuff to let me know, like, hey, I haven't focused on environment for quite some time. Okay, so health and environment is done. We have personal. Yeah, we're going to keep it as personal. This is like, I'm working on different routines and stuff like that. And we have work and learning. I feel like work needs to be its own thing. Because learning to me is work. Let me let Kova out real quick. You ready, Boo-Boo? Gonna go outside? Okay, so personal to me is, like I said, routines, stuff like that. That's where this like gold color comes in. And I already have some ideas for these, but then this starts getting messy and I get going like into depth about it. And then work and learning. Let me make sure I feel like I already used this color. So we've got to figure out a color for work and learning. Is it this one? I feel like I'm off on their colors somewhere, but for work and learning, we're going to do this one. I like that color. That's pretty. Okay, so we have our colors over here, and I'm not sure if I have all the different ideas. I'm just trying to think out loud as to what I remember from them. So there is a small chance after we get off this live that I Google it and I see that they have different ideas. But I know these are the areas that, like, in my life, I find to be helpful. And if you guys think of different areas, let me know, like, contribute here, because it could be really helpful to me too. I'm going to get a quick drink here. Okay. Then I feel like this is where it starts getting a little bit harder. So what do I want for my year? I want to get like 1% better every day. Okay. I don't want to like kill it, hit it too hard, get really overwhelmed and just fall flat on my face. I want to build my habits and my routines so that something becomes successful and easy over time. Like you don't even have to think about it anymore. Okay. So you're going to like test and adjust what is working, what isn't working, so that you can build momentum to get going. Okay. So, kind of think like, where do you want this next year to go? Who do you want to have your time? I think that's a big one nowadays because A, phones are time suckers. But B, they're also helpful, right? So I'm on my phone quite a bit, but I've built a community that actually has helped me so much with different processes. And then we're going to want to break down big goals into like small, manageable action goals, basically. So that way, like what I end up doing is I start bigger and then I break it down to say, to reach this big goal, what do I need to do in the first quarter? Okay, if I want to reach that goal in the quarter, what do I need to do in this month? So I think where we're going to start, the easiest one to start, right, is health. So we're going to pull health. Let me get these all together here. And what are some of your health goals that you wish to achieve? I think I'm going to go for the whole year, and that way we can break it down to quarters. I was kind of thinking, oh gosh, should we do it just for a quarter? But I reevaluate this often and I can switch stuff around just fine. So that's fine. So yeah, what are some of your health goals? So one of my health goals is to walk 5 days per week. And I'm going to get even more specific for that, because this is the part that's going to motivate me, because this actually irritates me that I don't do this. So walk 5 days per week for 20 minutes. This is what is irritating. It's 20 minutes. It's such a small amount of time in the day. Why am I not doing this for myself? So walk 5 days per week for 20 minutes. I have 20 minutes daily that I could do this. And the way I am trying to break this in, and because this is already part of my thought process, is edit while on treadmill. I talked about this recently, that I can edit my videos while I'm walking on my treadmill, and we are in the cold season right now. So I'm going to be walking inside. So it's a win-win because I'm getting editing done and I'm getting my exercise done. And guess what? It's way more than 20 minutes. I stay on that thing for well over an hour then. So that's a really good way to try to get that done. I want to increase. Originally, I wasn't going to write all these in highlighter, and so there's a chance that I run out of room. And that way, this is why I like that it's printer paper. Like I just add another one. Let COVID in, but I want to increase my water. How much water do you guys drink per day? I've talked about I'm really bad at drinking water, and I'm starting to have health effects from not drinking water. So increase H2O intake. And what I'm starting at is I started at 30 ounces per day, 40 ounce minimum per day. And that's really sad, guys. That is really sad. But 40 ounces. So that means one of these. So that means fill it up right away, because if this is not beside me, I'm not drinking. And then next thing you know, it's 7 o'clock at night and I'm like, oh gosh, I didn't get my water in. And I already get up enough to pee in the night that there is no way I'm chugging 40 ounces of water right then. Okay, so fill in AM / drink early, we'll put. Okay, so increased water, I think, will be a huge thing, even for weight loss. It'll help me feel full longer and satisfied. And they say a lot of times when you think you're hungry, you're actually thirsty. Okay, one thing I've been bad about this year is my sleep for the first time. I mean, ever since my husband and I have met, like, I've been good with my sleep, and I've gotten horrible. So prioritize sleep. And one thing I've done this quarter to do this is that I set a bedtime reminder on my phone for 10:15. And that seems really late, but believe me, it was way later than that when I started, but 10:15. And I used to find that, oh my gosh, I wasn't even in bed when that alarm went off. And then it switched into I'm in bed, but I'm on my phone or I'm still doing stuff. And now my phone's on the charger and I am like chill when that alarm's going off. So I think that this is going to, like 10:15 is going to move even earlier. We're in that time of year. It gets dark outside earlier. We were up in bed by 8 the other night. Granted, I didn't go to sleep until like midnight 30, but we were at least upstairs a lot earlier. Prioritize sleep. So let's put bed by 10:15. No phone in bed. My bad thing is I do not do reels and all this kind of stuff when I'm in bed or videos. I play Sudoku. So no phone in bed. I do use it as my alarm though, so it stays next to my bedside. Okay, so prioritize sleep is a big thing. I want to start lifting. Lift weights. And I need to find, I want to put videos, because I feel like that is find video. We're just going to leave it. Like, basically, I've always done Beachbody, and I really like that. But literally, I would say today, actually, it cuts off. Like, I don't have my subscription anymore because I just wasn't using it, which is so silly. Why didn't I just start using it? But yeah, I cut it off. So yeah, I need to figure out that. And the other thing I want to do too, because I think this is a huge thing, is stretch daily. And I had found a video. I did a morning stretch and I loved the video. My body felt so great afterwards. And I can't find that video back. So again, find video. Because if I have it stored in my favorites for my YouTube videos, so if you guys have a stretching video you guys like or a weightlifting video that you guys like, send it to me. Like, I want to see these. And so I need to find that back to stretch daily, and I want to do it first thing in the morning. So, okay. Then let's see, Christina, I have been slacking here lately, but I was drinking at least 60 to 80 ounces every day. I really need to get back on it. Yes, you do. Yes, we both do, because kidney stones, your kidneys need water. Your body needs water. Your brain needs water. Your heart needs water. Like, I'm a nurse. I know all this stuff. it's probably because being a nurse that I suck at drinking water also, because I can't drink when I'm at work because I can't go pee and all this kind of stuff. I'm no longer in an ICU though, so it's a lot easier now. So I need to take care of myself now. Just being on here, I've almost drank my 40 ounces again. So, okay. So I want to stretch daily. And then it gets into the actual food portion of it that I'm thinking of. And I want to menu plan and meal prep. Menu plan / meal prep weekly. This helps save money too. Like it's actually really, really helpful. So we'll say those. I want to portion control. I've done way better about this, but I still know I could do better. No seconds. It's not super often that I do, but sometimes I do. So I just want to make it a rule, like no more seconds. It's not happening. Okay. I also trying to think if there was anything else food wise. Oh, so as far as walking, we're going to add up here. I want to do an average of 6K steps per day. And I'm going to put Q1 specifically because I'm really hoping by the end of Q1, I can increase this to 7,000, 8,000, or like even go further than that. Right? You had kidney stones. I had my gallbladder removed. We could do this, girlfriend. We can. And that's why I'm trying to focus on trying to get my fitness into my planner too, because then it's slapping you in the face every day that you have to ignore it. It's like, hey, don't ignore me here again. I've had my gallbladder removed also. I was not quite young. I mean, I was 23. That is quite young, actually. Do you take a multivitamin? Just curious. It's on my list. I don't, but it is on my list. It's on my list. So what I was trying to do is the Green Bloom drink. Do you know what I'm talking about? I got I think it's kiwi strawberry one the other day, and that's what I was going to do to try to boost some stuff. And it tasted gross. It tasted really, really gross. I'm going to try it with apple juice because there's a chance that that's okay. I am going to write multivitamin though, because I feel like that could be beneficial. And I'm really good at taking my meds, and I take them at night right before I go to sleep. And so I think that could be a really good one. Then the other things I need to do, I used to be really great at taking care of myself. And now I'm to the point, guess what? I didn't do my last 6-month dental visit, which is not like me. So dental, and we're going to have 1 and 2, because every 6 months you go, right? So I need to make that appointment. I canceled it because I had a kid home sick, and I never made that appointment again. So I need to. And hopefully they have not dropped me as a patient because it's been too long since I've been seen, because I have been going there forever, for like 10 years now, every 6 months, and all my family goes. So that should go on the top of my list actually to get called. I need to, this year is my year to get health labs. It's my year to start my mammo. It's my PAP year. You know, we all enjoy all those things. And the other thing I need to do is I have not had my eye exam or new glasses since, I'd say it's easily 4 years at this point. So that is on my list that it is going to happen this year. I'm trying to think if there's other health things that I want to do. I feel like that is full enough for health. Is there anything else you guys can think of for health? I love the multivitamin, that suggestion, because I think that is beneficial, especially as I'm getting older. Like, I know diet-wise, I don't get that stuff because I don't eat veggies. That's my downfall. I have tried so many different ways. I've expanded it a little bit, but yeah, I just don't love it. So then when we get ready to break these down more, it's going to say walk 5 days per week for 20 minutes. Okay, so how can we make this happen? Guess what? I work 2 days per week. So the opposite days per week, I can get this done. But that being said, too, maybe I just don't want to do it on the weekend. So maybe I do need to do that 20-minute walk on a work day. And my work days are super long. So that's why it kind of throws a wrench into it. How can I get that scheduled into my work day to make it happen? Increase my water intake. Okay, I'm giving myself a minimum and I'm saying, hey, how do I get this minimum in? Hey, guess what? Fill it up first thing in the morning and drink early. I'm even considering as far as fill it up the night before and put it in the bathroom so that then I'm drinking it as I'm getting ready because I'm so thirsty in the morning. And so I feel like I would get almost 40 ounces in before I ever even like finish getting ready for the day. So, okay, that's my health one. So we're going to get that to the side. Financial, financial is a little bit harder. I think a big thing financially for like business is a lot easier than personal for me because personal, I am already pretty set in my ways financially. Like I don't go out and just buy everything and I don't go to Starbucks and like I'm mindful, I think is what I'm trying to say. So business wise, I have a specific number that I want to make next year, but I need to see where my numbers are this year and all this kind of stuff. But I think it comes down to some of this is track monthly finances, aka just keep up with it. So it's not like all of a sudden, boom, I need to do 6 months worth. It's keeping up with it. And then do quarterly finance review, I think is what I want to call this. Look it over. Where am I sitting? What can I improve upon? What is like costing me a whole bunch of money? Like maybe my ink that I'm getting for my printers aren't the right option anymore. Maybe I need to look differently at that. Little stuff like that. So yeah, we're going to put that to the side and we're going to be done with financial. I knew that would be a small one. Fun and recreation. I feel like this one needs work, but it doesn't need tons of work. I'm really good at trying to have fun. And I just want to expand on what those funds are. So my kids are getting older and we only have a couple years left with my oldest. So I have some different ideas. So fun nights. Sorry. Fun nights, we already do this as a family, but I want to expand it and I want to make sure that it continues. So, one of the things that we do is a game night every month. And sometimes it's a board game, sometimes it is video games. Like we just last Friday, we had a Mario Kart tournament. We had chili, we had cinnamon rolls, we had popcorn. We had a lot of fun. My kids loved it. So we want to do a game night, but I also want to host. I want to host grandparents, and I want to alternate each month. So let's write alternate. G parents. Q means every in the healthcare. So every other month. So I want to invite the grandparents over to host. There'll probably be card games or board games with the grandparents and host them to have a game night. And then I also want to have just the Miller family alone too. So that means I need to throw in another game night, and I also need to make it so that it works into other people's schedules outside of our family. But the kids love these. Oh my gosh, when I say it's game night, they have so much fun. Okay, we have movie night. And I feel like that's That's pretty easy. We sometimes we do this in our basement. Sometimes we do this in everybody cuddle in mommy and daddy's bed and we're going to watch this movie together. Sometimes we're in the living room. Sometimes we have a huge blow up screen that takes our whole entire dining room, and our dining room is open to our living room. So we can sit in our living room, we can watch it in our dining room and with the projector going. And kids think that's fun. A new thing I want to do, we've kind of done this, but not really, is a bake off. And I want to do this for different types of food. So diff types of food. So it might be a bake off for different pastas, and then a different bake off for a pizza, and a different bake off for cookies and cakes and breakfast foods. My kids are old enough that they would really enjoy this. And so we usually do something a little bit like this during Christmas, but I feel like I really want to expand and make it like more common. So, it would be fun to do theme nights for your game nights, like hot chocolate bar, ice cream bar, etc. Yes, yes. So we do that sometimes. Sometimes it's a pizza night. Sometimes popcorn. We've done appetizer night, stuff like that. Like, I don't know. The kids just think it's cool that it's something different. Okay, so game night, movie night, bake off. I like all those. I feel like I'm going to run out of room probably on this. Okay, down here, marriage. We have been in the depths of raising kids for so long. Okay, for so long. And I want to get back to us. We just celebrated our 20th year wedding anniversary this year, and we didn't do anything special for it because it happens right after tax season's done. And so everybody's exhausted because tax season, my husband's an accountant. But also we're just busy with dance and all these other sports during this time. So, I want to do quarterly, we're going to abbreviate here, date nights. Originally, I was thinking monthly date night, but with our schedule, that's a little bit hard. So let's put 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it's really sad because we kind of have to force ourselves to do this because we're such a family. Such a family. And then the other thing too that I kind of want to do is an anniversary trip. I know my husband would love this, and I feel like we are at a space in life, like I'd rather just bring the kids with us and all this kind of stuff, but also we just need to start being selfish and doing a few things just for us. Okay, another area I want to look at is friends. It's hard because all my friends have kids and I have kids, and all our schedules are hard. And so I just want to make sure that I'm putting a priority out there for friends. So I want to make sure to reach out at least weekly. And I'm pretty good at that with most of my friends. There's a few, like there's one I just reached out to that I haven't talked to for months and months and months and months. And we used to talk daily. So I'm like, man, I miss her so much and I need to get better about reaching out. All right. Hi, everybody in here. If you are jumping in, we did our planners for the whole entire week for next week. And now we are sitting down and we're starting our goal process. So we have different headers. So health and financial, we've done already. Financial doesn't have much because I feel like I really need to sit down and think about that still. Fun and recreation is what we're on, and then we're going to keep going through them. So grab your paper. I just literally have printer paper and my Sharpie, and we're getting at it. So contribute into the chat and say what some of your goals are, because it might help me a lot to figure out some of my goals too. Like maybe it's something I didn't even know I ever wanted. So like game night and movie night, let's see, Christina said like theme. So I think I'm just going to write like next to it theme to remind me to like really play up that theme stuff. Like my kids love that stuff. Oh my gosh, loves it so much. Okay, back to friends. Reach out weekly. I want to do, I don't know if monthly or bi-monthly. Let's put every other month instead of bi-monthly. I want to do a get together. Because I used to naturally see some of my friends like at dance and stuff. And now our kids are getting older that we're not sitting in there. And so, yeah, we just don't have this hangout time that we used to have that I really want and I need. Like, I need my friends. So we chat a lot over text and we call each other. But yeah, I want more of these get togethers. And if we get scheduled in, it'll be way easier. And then I have considered like a girls' weekend, but I don't know. I don't know if I am that mom to just leave for a girls' weekend. We have such little time as a family. And so my gut says probably not on that. And if we do anything, it'd just be like a little day trip and go shopping or something like that. So I think that's good for friends. Family is another thing. So fun and recreation, like these are the things I think of when I think of fun and recreation. Family, I want to do monthly dates. One is with my mom, like I either at her house, my house, go out, go shopping. I don't know. I want to like go and do something like have a set day every single month that I'm with my mama because working full time for this past year, I have not been able to be with her as much as I was previously and I miss it. So this wants to be a priority. So Christina, coffee dates with friends. Yes, yes. And she also said, Jamie, I am loving this. I'm really getting me thinking and motivated to write my goals out for next year. I love it. I love it. That's just it. Once you start thinking about it, it starts like I wasn't sure if I was ready, but look, I'm just like getting stuff going here pretty easily. So yeah, maybe the monthly get together, it could be coffee, drinks, supper. Like, I just wanted something, like, chill. They can come over to my house, like, I can go to their house, I don't really care. Um, it's just something to, like, sit and talk and not worry about, "Oh my gosh, we need to leave and go pick up the kids right now," because that's typically how it truly is. So, all right, I'm super late, but happy to catch you live. Hey, girl, hey. Yeah, I've been on here for a few hours. I was actually late too, so you're okay. I had to run some school supplies to my oldest child this morning, and so yeah, I was late getting on. So we did like our dashboard planner, our week at a glance, and our daily duo. We could set up the stickers in there. None of the really writing in because it's a little too early in the week for me to do that quite yet. But then we like are getting going on our plans, on our goals for 2026. Because guys, we're what, 5 weeks away from 2026. And when I say goals, I don't really do resolutions. This is more like a to-do list. So like these are things I want to do. So then I start thinking in a weekly manner, like how can I fit these things in? And then it's going to break down to a daily thing, like write in stretching, write in, okay, I want to lift weights 2 days this week. And so let's do this video on this day at this time. It's literally going to need to come down to scheduling it in. So yes, Christina, dropping the kids off at school and then meeting for coffee. My hard part is most of the mamas I want to get together with, they go straight to work after they drop off their kids, or their kids are at early childcare before school. The one used to have Fridays off, and that would have been perfect. We even said we need to just meet every single Friday, but her schedule has changed. So yeah, I need to figure out exactly how this fits in because I'm also very blessed that my husband drops off our kids most days because I'm at home getting stuff done and he's already out and about. So he just drops them off, goes straight to work. But we really help each other a lot. And so I'm super blessed too. If it's a day that I would be dropping them off, he'd be willing to do it. So I've got a really good man. I'm really spoiled, you guys. All right. So family. So I wanted to do monthly dates with my mom, with great grandmas. We need to get together for like a supper every single month. We used to do it like every other week, and then everything has become so busy that we haven't done it as much. And I'm sorry, we need to do it. We only have so many years with great grandparents, and yeah, I miss them. I miss them. Okay, the other thing, we need to do family photos. I like doing this in the fall, but I've also realized that I feel like all our family photos, A, doesn't have my husband in me, and B, they're always in the fall. So let's put family photos, all 6, in each season. And I am so chill on this, you guys. Get your clothes together, look nice. Let's go out. I have my camera here. Let's take the photo. It's that simple. I am low maintenance on this. I don't go and pay somebody $500 to take 5 pictures. But maybe that's exactly why my husband and I are in none of the photos. So I'm the problem also. But that, I feel like if I write that down, that might push me to do that more. And then the other thing I want to make sure to do really big, because my kids are growing up and I don't want anything, I want time to stop, gosh darn it, is holiday traditions. I do a lot for each holiday to make it special for my kids. And I just want to make sure, like working full time last year, that kind of decreased a little bit. And I don't want it to, like, I'm part time. I want to make every single season as magical for my family as I can. So I need to think what all the holiday traditions, obviously Christmas, you have a crap load of them, right? But I have to be proactive and make sure I have the supplies for those traditions and the time scheduled in. And like even to carve pumpkins, I literally had to schedule a day for us to do that. That's just how busy our schedule is. Okay. And then the other thing for family, or we're going to write explore. It's going to be a new title here. So for exploring is I want to do more weekend adventures. I don't know. Sometimes we feel like a vacation has to be like so many hours away and for a whole entire week or for 2 weeks. No, I have so many things within 3, maybe even 4 hours of us. Like I could think of 3, like Wisconsin, Chicago, like so many things within 3 hours of us that we can go and do on a weekend. And so I just need to be proactive, have stuff picked out so that when we have a weekend free, we can be like, let's go. So that'll be fun. And then we didn't do a camping trip this year. And my kids missed it, and so did I. And so we need to make sure to do camping trips. Okay, fun and recreation. I feel like that's a lot. I think the other thing too that I'm just going to write down here is, no, it'll go on family and relationships. We're going to go on here because what I'm thinking is actually a little bit more appropriate for family and relationships is spending quality time with each kid, like individual time with each kid. So that is just a vague one. I'm going to write across the top. Spend individual time with each kid. Okay. So I love that. They need to know they're not always a family unit. They are important in my eyes, each individually, and that we have our own relationship with each individual kiddo. So Christina, yes, girl, same. Put your phone on a tripod and take the photo. So much truth. So much truth. I have never regretted taking a photo. Maybe I didn't look the best in the photo, but I still don't regret it. Like I look back through my photos and they make me smile and laugh very often. So I just need to get my whole entire family together for the photo, which is kind of harder sometimes. I feel like actually all these that I just wrote here, I feel like is family and relationships. I feel like I just did all this. So family and relationships, like literally it's like getting together with stuff. And then I feel like the fun and recreation should have been the explore. I really just messed that one up. You know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to color code these so that when I transfer them, I know that it is the wrong one. Okay, so that's that color. And then fun and recreation is this explore, which I actually, I need to do, I need to plan our vacay. We usually take a couple big vacations per year, but a minimum of one. And yeah, I need to start picking that out. I can't believe I like literally did this, but family and fun and recreation all go together really in my mind. So, okay. Well, that one is all done. Environment. This one's huge, you guys, isn't it? It's huge. Your environment can either decrease your stress or it can cause so much stress. And it can do both of those things on any given day. Like, do you ever realize after you deep clean, everything's ready before your family comes over for Thanksgiving, you sit down and you're like, why is my house not like this all the time? This feels so fresh and so good. And then it only lasts for about 20 seconds before the kids start throwing stuff around. But it is a big difference as far as stress level. And then I read something this morning with the podcast I was listening to that basically it said, do you wake up between 2 to 4 every single morning and have a hard time getting back to sleep and you're not sure like why your body keeps waking you up? And they said it's actually like your cortisol level spiking right then that is causing you the inability to sleep. And I'm like, that kind of makes sense actually. So the goal this year is decrease cortisol levels, and a lot of my problems will go away, which means decreasing stress, which means getting routines and schedules and processes in place so it decreases stress. So one thing that used to stress me that I put a really good process in place is cleaning schedule. And it used to also stress me the fridge being so crazy or moldy stuff ending up in there and stuff. So what did I do? I put processes in place. So I clean out my fridge every single Tuesday. I clean it out. I toss what is old. I've recently added my pantry to this because I feel like my pantry is starting to get hidden little spots where stuff goes to die. So now every Tuesday I do my fridge and my pantry. And guess what? I am never stressed about those 2 areas of my house at all, and I have friends that that's the base of their stress are those 2 areas, and because I have processes in place, they don't stress me. So, I know one thing that stresses me so much is laundry, so we are gonna write right here. This is going to be one of our big goals this year or one of our big focuses for routines because I feel like across the house, so my laundry room really isn't messy. Like I keep up with that just fine. I collect the laundry, I do it, I wash it, I dry it, I get it out of there, I fold it, and then it lives on the table forever because nobody wants to put their laundry away. And I think my kids are old enough to put their laundry away. Why should I have to trample around to 5 different rooms to put everything away? But I also think some of my hesitation of that is their rooms are a mess because the previous week's laundry got dumped on the floor and they're walking over it instead of putting it in their closet. So then you can't get into their closet. And my kids, all my kids have big walk-in closets. Like they have no idea how freaking blessed they are. And so I just need to get a better process. So my goal is to not so much, I've already tried to have the kids help and they have done really good at, they now collect their laundry when I ask and they're doing a good job on that. even though I get the folded laundry back as dirty laundry. They help with the washer and the dryer, and they help with the folding. So a lot of the process I have gotten them involved with. So don't judge that my kids aren't doing stuff. The part that is killing everybody is the putting away, the hanging up and the putting away. So hang up / put away. So my goal is Jamie, you need a routine for this. You need to figure this out. And guess what? It's not working by asking everybody else to assist with this. And so I'm not going to. I'm not going to fight the process anymore. I'm working part-time again. I'm available. I can do this. This is something I can bring to my family. Okay. So what I am thinking, and I've already kind of started this, is I got 6 baskets. I'm going to laugh when I look back at this sheet and I'm going to be like, what did all these mean? Okay, so let's put 6 baskets so that I know. I got 6 baskets, and I've tried this before, but the baskets were too big for my kids, so it didn't really work that way. I do laundry often enough. I don't need big baskets. So I got like the square baskets, and I got one for each family member. All right, Christina, girl, my oldest, I still find folded clothes in his floor and between his bed and wall sometimes. I know. And then they say, I have nothing to wear. And I'm just like, you're kidding me because you have so many clothes, so many clothes. And I know what laundry I just did this last week. So I don't know why you're trying to wear the same clothes within the same week either, because you have a lot clean. So what I did was get 6 baskets, and they're like the square, the smaller baskets. And so now what I've always done is I wash, I dry, and then I fold everybody's laundry on our kitchen table, and there's 6 spots. And so each person has their own spot. Their fold up clothes goes on the back of the chair, like hangs over the back of the chair. And I don't put them on hangers, but I'm considering that part of, so pre-hang at table. I think that's one thing. If I put their stuff on hangers at the table, they're going to go and hang them in their closet, right? Because that's the path of least resistance versus right now, they just have this flat pile of shirts that all need hung up. And they're just like, oh my gosh, I'm throwing this on the floor because I don't want to get the hangers out and hang them and put them in my closet. So I think that part is going to help a lot. And then each person, so let's say this is each of their spots. So they'll have on hangers on the chair right here. They'll have their hang up clothes already on hangers. And then they'll have all their folded items right in front of it, which is what I do already. And that stuff is going to go directly into their own baskets. The other thing too is no sock bins. We have needs match sock bins. I feel like most of the people have this. I don't feel like I'm alone on this at all. This kind of running joke with moms is you have this huge like laundry basket full of socks that just needs matched up. And so we have sock folding parties, which works. And then everybody has to go put their socks away. Well, when I have their baskets at their spot already, guess what? I could just throw their socks straight into there. The other thing too that I'm doing is all my kids' feet is getting big enough. So, and they all steal some of my and my husband's socks that we like so much. They keep stealing that. And so guess what? I'm going to go and buy a whole bunch of those exact socks. And that's just what everybody can wear. We could just have a family sock bin at this point, or they can go still into their laundry baskets and go into their dresser, but I don't have to worry about like size medium goes here and size large goes there. And this one prefers the whites and these ones prefer the blacks. Oh, and this one, wait, this one didn't get matched up correctly. And they're all the same. So I have already started ordering some of those to help out with that. And so here's the thing too. I feel like this idea, I have put quite a bit of thought into this because it literally is such a stressor. I think this idea is actually going to work. Me pre-hanging it, and then this basket will be ready to go. And like these two kids' rooms are right across from each other on the same level. So I could put their hanging clothes, like put their baskets inside each other, put their hanging clothes over it. And in one trip, I can get two kids done. Then my teenager likes to do her own laundry, but sometimes she doesn't get it done and I help out. So these two, their rooms are next to each other. They are on the same level. So I can do the same concept for them too. Put their hanging clothes with it, take it to their room, and I can put it away. We have redone their closets to make it specialized to how each kid wants their stuff. So I think that'll work. And then this will be my husband and I. And again, we're old enough, we can put our clothes away. we could be big people here. So hopefully this whole process works. That is a huge thing to say. Environment, like this is where my stressor is and what I need to do. The other thing is the kitchen is nonstop in and out. This is every household. I am not alone. And this is why I'm talking in depth about this, because anybody that is here can relate, or anybody that is watching this back later can relate. Maybe I should have done this goals on a separate video because this is going to be so long, but everybody can relate to this because everybody has the same issue. And if you guys have recommendations and stuff, put it down below because I want to hear your recommendations. So the kitchen, our kitchen is clean, but it's like every flat surface becomes cluttered every single day because it's just a constant in and out, in and out, in and out. So, and a lot of times we get home so late at night or we eat so late, like I'm tired. Sorry, I'm tired. I don't want to, close the kitchen. Like I don't want to get all my kitchen stuff going. And I need to start closing the kitchen. Like I need to start getting stuff done. And so the goal is that I'm going to close the kitchen. I think I'm going to say 5 days per week. And right now what I'm doing, okay, right now what I am doing is if I don't, and by close the kitchen, I mean like do all the dishes. Everything always gets put away, rinsed, stacked really nicely and stuff. But I don't always wash all the dishes. But the goal is to actually do that. So close the kitchen, close each night. Our issue is never trash, all that kind of stuff. That stuff gets taken out. Recycling gets taken out just fine. It's literally the dishes. So close each night, empty dishwasher each morning. So see how, like, these are New Year resolutions, but I'm breaking them down into to-do lists and tasks that I need to do. And so, like, I can start doing this stuff in December. And if I see that, oh, this isn't working, then I can start switching around what I do with it. I seriously need a new laundry routine. I can't seem to get anything to work. I know. And so many people say do a load a day from start to finish. I mean, I used to have to do like more loads every single day. And luckily, like we're just getting out of process. Plus, I bought Speed Queens, and those can wash and dry so many clothes at once. Like it's basically 2 loads into one. And I love them. Love them, love them. They're like commercial grade, like so life-saving. I can get one full load like through the washer and dryer in the time frame that it used to be the washer and barely into the dryer. So used to it. But now I do it a couple times per week and I can get away with only once per week. Like at this point today, I haven't done laundry the whole entire week and we didn't do it on the weekend. So I think it was like last Thursday or Friday that I last did laundry and everybody's great. Like there's no laundry piles sitting around or anything like that. I leave a single sock in the main basket and they stay in there for a month or so.
So they have the chance of meeting up with their match. After a month, they do get tossed. I've gotten better at that. I have. So when we do the sock folding party, anything with a hole, you're out. And if I know that you only have one match, like you're not one that could match up with another one, you're out too. You're straight into the trash. If you're something that I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks too small, you're in the trash. And then, yeah, I basically like we do a sock folding party. And if it comes to the next sock folding party, and at the end of that, there is not a match, you're gone because I don't know where the match is. And I'm not going to sit here and like keep on redoing the same thing. Like that's just insane. So I love that. I love it. What I try to do too, I used to just have a sock bin that automatically when I was doing laundry, I'd throw it into the sock bin. And next thing you know, like everybody's just digging out of that sock bin. Now I keep all of them from the same laundry day. I keep all of them in the same pile because guess what? They went in there as pairs. They should be coming out as pairs. So it seems like a simple concept, but your girl was making it hard. Okay. So laundry and kitchen are two areas. Everything else is pretty easy, except for my garage. I haven't even began to think of my garage. It's not bad. It literally takes us like 15 minutes to clean it up so that we can get our vehicles in there. But yeah, it just doesn't. All right, Christina, I literally get up, let the dogs out, press start on the coffee pot, and start a load of laundry. Seems to work better for us that way. Yeah, I like starting it first thing in the morning because before you know it, before the kids even go to school, it's time to switch the wash to the dryer. And then I go into the kitchen and I unload the dishwasher and all that kind of stuff and clean up the kitchen from the night before. And by the time I'm done with that, that dryer is done and it's time to load or fold, not load. It's time to fold the clothes. So it's really great. All right, house. I'm going to do a whole house declutter. I do this every year and I just feel like there's a lot that's going. Even we were getting out Christmas decorations last night and I was putting Halloween away and fall away. And the amount of stuff that I got rid of from Halloween and fall was just amazing. I mean, I'm just like, okay, it's going. Goodbye. Get out. Okay. So, oh, somebody's peeling out outside of my house. That is not normal for our area. For whole house declutter, what I do for this, and I have it in my planner right now, I write out every single room in our house. And if the room is a pretty big task, I even break it down further, like homeschool room, which is what I'm going to go into next. Homeschool room, that is a huge task. Like I have manipulatives I need to get rid of. I have a whole bunch of games I need to get rid of. I have curriculum I need to get rid of. I have supplies I need to get rid of. So that will get broken down even more because like me going through my living room, that takes maybe an hour and I do deep cleaning at the same time. Dining room, we do have like a little storage unit in there. So again, maybe an hour and I do deep cleaning at the same time. So, okay, we haven't homeschooled for a few years and I still haven't sold off or given away all our stuff. So self-homeschool finally. I kept it for the first couple of years just in case we went back to homeschooling, but I feel like we're at the point that I might pick something a little bit different or it might not be the appropriate age level. Like I have kindergarten, first and second grade that I did with most of my kids. Well, my youngest is in third grade now, so I need to get rid of like I did preschool, kindergarten, first, second, I did third, fourth, fifth, and sixth grade. Like I literally did all those grades with my kids, and I don't have kids in those grades, in all those grades. So I could sell off a whole bunch of this stuff. It's just really overwhelming to think about. Let's see. House. I do want to write garage to just get my mind frame. There's a few things I just want to like. My husband has half of the garage as a woodworking / tools. And I want to switch a few things around just as our kids have gotten older, you know, different toys have changed and all that kind of stuff. So garage is something. Declutter outside. Let me mute you. Okay, I think she's done barking. Our mailman came up here. All right, so declutter outside. We have a shed, we have a garden shed, and we have a patio. And I've decluttered a whole bunch. Garden shed is more that I need to organize it. Like I know I want everything in there. I just need to get it organized. The shed, I decluttered a lot when we opened it up for the spring. And so it should be good. It has a motorcycle in there that I don't want. My husband doesn't ride and we need to get rid of it. So we're going to sell motorcycle because it's taking up precious space in there for no necessary reason. So it's going to get rid of it. Okay. What other area? I feel like for the house, what else stresses me? We could do some less clothes. We've gotten better about this, but we could do even better. I went to look through all seasonal declutter, and I told you I just got rid of a lot of Halloween and fall stuff that I just feel like there was a few things where I'm like, I didn't use this year or last year, and here I am for 2 years. I have stored it. Storage organization. We usually do this once per year. We did a huge declutter of it last year. It's like our seasonal stuff is in our storage room in our basement. So it's kind of, these two go together pretty well. I need to revamp my cleaning schedule a little bit. So I'm going to put clean before work. And what I mean by clean before work is I notoriously will sit down to do planning with Jamie and I don't get going on my chores for the day. So recently, I would say beginning of November, I switched my mind frame and I said, let's do chores before work. And it's a huge game difference. Otherwise, I'd be like, oh my gosh, it's 2:30. I have to leave in 15 minutes. I still need to do A, B, and C, and I wouldn't have enough time for it. And so, yeah, I like this other way. Everybody take a drink. Okay. What else for environment? Deep clean every room. It goes together with the declutter. Usually whenever I declutter the room, I automatically deep clean. And I have learned every room. I have learned that I clean a lot more than other people. Like, how often do you guys wash your windows, like the insides to wipe down your windows? How often do you do that? Or how often do you vacuum? How often do you mop? And I know every house is so different too, like how much in and out you have and family members. Do you have animals? All that kind of stuff. And there is no judgment, but I have found that I'm a little bit picky about some of this stuff. And maybe I need to let that go. The other thing for environment that I want to address is vehicles, because this is something that I started. It's probably been about a year and a half, and it has really decreased my stress. And I'm really proud is keeping vehicles clean. So weekly clean out, I used to detail. Let me write this here real quick. I used to detail our vehicle. We have a Yukon. I used to detail our Yukon every single week after we got it. And by detail, I mean like a quick dusting down, wipe it with a little polishing cloth if it needed to, and vacuum it out. So every single Wednesday morning, I'd go and vacuum it out. It was so easy. It took me 5 minutes. Seriously, so easy. But if you let it go, then it just never gets back to the point of really feeling new and feeling nice. So yeah, just a couple days ago, I've kind of gotten to the point where I could do it either twice monthly or once monthly, depending on what the month is. And so depending on the month, I'm going to have this scheduled in. And you guys see it that on my monthly to-dos, I write detail truck. That is what I'm meaning. I go and vacuum it, I wash it, and I wipe down, like polish whatever I need to do in the inside because it gets dusty. And if you don't clean it out, like kids will leave a lot of stuff in there really rapidly. Okay, the other thing too is a monthly wash. I'm good with my Yukon washing it, but I have to say, like my van, I can't say how often I actually have ever truly cleaned it. And it's a pride thing. Like, I don't know, my Yukon's my baby. She's Miss Betty White. And I just really take care of her and take pride in her. So, okay, Christina, I clean my windows at least once a month, vacuum every other day at least, front glass door maybe a few times a month, bed sheets every week or every other week. I try to stay on a schedule. And then I am embarrassed to say how often I mop my floors and clean my windows. It's one of those things like out of sight, out of mind, right? So my windows, I used to do every single day. I'm probably to every other day just because like I'm busy with planning with Jamie so often. But I did that too. When we moved into this house, I had two 11-month-olds and an almost 6-year-old. And so their handprints, as they're getting mobile and stuff, their handprints were always everywhere. And then along came baby number 4. And with her, we got Puppy also. And Puppy is big enough that her nose leaves smears on our windows all the time. And as much as nobody else cares about this, like people walking by my house, they do not care about my windows. People come in to visit my house, they do not care about my windows. I do. I enjoy looking out. Like we have big windows and a lot of natural daylight, and I really enjoy having my curtains wide open. So I clean them like daily. it's it's a problem, but it takes me minutes to do it because I clean them. Or my baseboards get cleaned at least once per month. Guess why that started happening? Because I have white baseboards. And if you do it once per month is so fast. So extremely fast. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of this stuff that I have found like actually if I do it, it takes less time in the long run. As if like I spend 10 to 15 minutes on this, it's going to save me actually hours later on down the road. So, yeah, no shame in how often you do whatever because like bed sheets every single week, girl, I try. I really do try. And every now and then I'm just like, gosh, it's 3 weeks since I get those done. And that really depends on the season of life or literally the season. Because wintertime, right? Like wintertime, there's germs, but my kids aren't like all sweaty and muddy and all that kind of stuff from outside. Also, my kids bathe pretty gosh darn often. So I don't have to worry about them taking a lot of stuff into their room. So schedules help so much. And then Christina, there's 5 of us and 2 90-pound labs. Oh, and labs shed like crazy, don't they? Oh, in a 1,200 square foot house, I have to stay on top of the cleaning. Absolutely. Man, with labs, if you don't stay on top of it, I've never had one, but just friends that have one, yeah, they go everywhere with dog hair all over them. Hey, Kova, what are you doing? What are you doing? Kova came to join us. So if you don't stay on top of it, oh my gosh. And yeah, they have it all over their clothes and their coat. And it's not really their fault. Like a lot of them take their labs with them in their vehicles. So as much as they try, it ends up with it. We are very blessed that our dog, she's a Saint Berdoodle, and she doesn't shed. Every now and then we'll have like small fur around. But yeah, she doesn't really shed, which usually they do. But when we picked her out, she was only a day old. Like they had put photos of the new puppies and it looked like her hair was going to be really tight curls. And we're like, we like the spotting on that one and we like the curls. So joke's on me, her hair mats really easily because if she gets sweaty or she gets wet or moist at all, it'll curl and it'll mat. But on the positive note, she doesn't shed. Um, she does pull in grass and lawn clippings. She pulls in leaves, all this kind of stuff on her fur, though. So she definitely adds a lot to it. So I do have white baseboards, and I'm much better about those. I do one set per week. Yeah, it's so easy when you keep up with it. It really is. So I am every other week on sheets. We all take showers every night before bed, so I don't feel guilty about those. Yeah, there's certain moms that are doing them like twice per week. And I'm like, girl, I don't even know when you have time to do that. Like, I'm home more than you, and I don't even have time to do that. So, and there's certain kids that, they get washed more than other kids and all that kind of stuff. I do, for all of my beds, I have one extra set of sheets for each set of bed. That way, like I go and I take Kenzie's sheets off, I can make it right away again with the opposite set of sheets. And that way it's not we have to get this absolutely done all the way tonight for her to be able to go to bed. And that way too, nothing's worse than a tired kiddo that goes into their room and they find their bed all unmade. Like they'll be very tearful every single time. So, okay, I think environment is done. I had a lot to say on environment naturally because I think as moms, right, like we're the keeper of the environment. And so a lot lands on us. And until I started putting processes in place, like the village was falling down. My boy lab is the only one who likes to ride, but thank goodness he is silver, so we don't have to see his hair. Our girl is a champagne, oh, pretty lab, so her hair gets everywhere. Glad she likes to stay home. Yes, yes. My dog's issue is she'll have a little beard like on her chin right hair when she drinks. She like moves away from, she has raised bowls, but she moves away from it and she leaves a big water line everywhere. And we're all like, there's nothing to be done about it. We just clean up after her. But I'm always like, oh, Kofa wants us to mop the floor. All right. So we are done with most of them is personal. We have personal and work. Okay. Everybody's doing good. Like we still have good. This is long, but we're getting there. We're getting there. This is helping actually. Because I feel like then I'm gonna like when my new planners come or when we do our 2026 planners, we're gonna want stuff like this ready to go to transfer into our planners. So personal. The way I see this is stuff that affects me. Okay. Like it affects my family too, but this affects me. So I know one thing that I want to start doing is a schedule, just thinking about my schedule. Okay. So in the morning, I mean, I have my routine. I have a certain thing that I do already every morning, but I kind of want to habit stack, I think is what I'm getting at. I'm also thinking of getting up a little bit earlier than what I already get up. So wake between 5 to 6 a.m. Right now I get up between 6 and 6:30. So we're slowly going to pivot to go a little bit earlier. The AM routine, so part of our health is more water. So H2O while getting ready. Let's write that. And I get ready in my bathroom and like our closet is conjoined with our bathroom, all that kind of stuff. So that's where I think I need to fill my water and take it up to there for the night before because I'm in there, I'm getting dressed, I'm doing my hair, I'm doing my makeup. Sometimes my kiddos come in there, I do their hair in there too. So I can be in there a good half hour sometimes. And if I have my water there, I can drink a lot of water in a half hour. So then we talked about for AM routine, days off that we want to do chores before work. Let's add that. And I think another thing I would love to add for morning routine is the walk right away. Because here's the thing too. If I don't get it done in the morning, I get busy. That is the first thing I will push to the side and say, I don't have the time for it. But if I get up and I get it done, it actually motivates me to want to do it again during that day. So walk right away. I almost want to put a 1 mile minimum. Do I want to put a time minimum or a mile? They're kind of the same. 1 mile or 20 minute minimum. Let's write that. There we go. So this is trying to set myself up for success as my day is starting. Okay. Because then there's other things that we talked about, like putting a load of laundry in right away, or a lot of times I'm already upstairs, right? I'm already in my closet and in my bathroom. So I collect all our dirty clothes and I put them, like we have a balcony. So I throw them over the balcony to collect them. I go straight into my kids' bathroom, collect all their dirty clothes, go into their rooms, collect their dirty clothes, throw them all down. And guess what? Everywhere upstairs already has their laundry collected. And it's just part of me getting ready in the morning. I don't have to worry about it. And so it's this habit stacking so you don't have to think about stuff. Okay, so I think as far as AM routine, that is pretty good. PM routine, we talked about a few things already that I want to focus on, like closing kitchen. Close kitchen, fill H2O, bring it upstairs. Okay, so I'm going to need to do that to have a successful morning. Preparation is key for everything. I'm a preparer at heart. Like I love preparing. What else for PM routine? Oh, no phone in bed. Right? That goes back to wanting to prioritize sleep. So no phone in bed, and bed by, what time did we say bed by? Did we say? Or have we not said bed by 10:15? Okay, so we're going to keep it at that and then slowly move it up by like 15 minutes. I feel like actually, yeah, let's do 10:15. And then I feel like by the start of the year, or maybe even by December, I want to switch that to 10. By 10:15, move up with time. So up to 10 o'clock and then 9:45 and then 9:30. We used to go to bed at 7. My whole entire family at 7. What time do you guys go to bed? Our issue is our oldest, she used to get done at dance at 9, which is still true. So we would have to go back out to pick her up and bring her home. Well, during tax season, I would have to take the littles back out with me to go pick her up and get her home and stuff. Now she drives, but she doesn't come home till 9:30. And I don't want her coming home to an empty house. Like all of us are in bed and she's just alone. And a lot of times she eats supper then. So I like to sit up with her and chit chat and have those special moments and all that kind of stuff. So, okay, we have done so many different sections. Like this has worked really well. We're not done yet. Menu plan is part of the scheduling that I want to do. Set days and tasks, planning routine. Let's see. Monthly menu plan. I think I want to go that big again. And my family will just get used to it, right? Here's the thing. My husband doesn't like making the decisions about what to eat just as much as I don't. And so I feel like if we have like the plan already out, both of us are going to be like, it sounds great because we don't have to make a decision right now when we're tired. So monthly menu plan and then cleaning set days / tasks. This is so big because you don't have to worry about it. After you do, like I do Toilet Tuesday, I do a deep clean of all 4 of my bathrooms. After I do that, I don't have to worry about it for the next week. Just quick wipe downs. Like out of sight, out of mind. I clean out my fridge every single Tuesday night. I clean out my pantry every single Tuesday night. I don't have to think about it for another week. It is out of sight, out of mind. Watering my plants, I do on Wednesdays. Some of them need it every Wednesday, some need every other, some need it once per month. Guess what? Don't have to worry about it until next Wednesday again. So this is like huge as far as how much mind it's actually taking up, like how much space in our mind. Okay, self-care, walks and reading books are 2 things. So self-care. The walks, I feel like I kind of have in a few spots. Well, let's just walks, daily outside time. And a good way of getting this is to just leave a little bit earlier for school pickup. And then reading, I go in spurts. Okay. Some of you guys are crazy readers and you read a lot, and I'm really, really proud of you. I am a very distracted reader and have to reread stuff because in the middle of a sentence, I will suddenly start thinking about, I need to make that sandwich for Kenzie for dance tonight. And then next thing you know, I'm like, crap, what did I just read? And I have to reread it. Or like the other night, I went up to bed early and like I snuck away from the kids. They were all just watching Elf with Daddy. And so I snuck away. I went upstairs with my new book and I sat down because I'm like, I can have a half hour read time because they don't even know I'm gone. Joke is on me. Literally everybody, including the dog, ended up in my bed with me, chit-chatting with me while Dad got to watch Elf alone. And I'm like, 45 minutes later, I literally had read half of a page. So I think part of this too is I like to soak in nice hot baths for a while. And I think like reading in the bathtub would be nice. Okay, so like different ways. Let's write these while I'm gossiping. So not bathroom, bathtub, big difference. Let's put bathtub. Or just put bath. There we go. School pickup line. I sit in that line sometimes only 10 minutes, but guess what? 10 minutes of reading is 10 minutes of reading. And so if I have my book with me while I'm driving, like audiobooks, and then we go to the library every Tuesday and Thursday. And if I would just bring my book with me, I could get a lot of reading done then too. So I think those are good ways. So Christina, I love getting up at 5 and reading my Bible. And then before bed, I read to my daughter or she reads. Yeah. So my son, like when I had snuck off to go read the other night, my son was the first one who came up to me and he saw I was reading and he was so sweet. He's like, I'm going to go get my book too. So he did. He went and got his book. He laid down in my bed. We were reading and like, I'm like, this is fine. It's peaceful. It was raining. It was just a good night. And then next thing you know, the next child comes and she wasn't reading. She was like talking up a storm and telling me how he's not wearing his retainer and like tattling on her brother and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, reading time is done. So it's just finding little opportunities. I love getting up early, like the peacefulness of the morning. Oh my gosh. All right. I get a lot of my books in through Audible. I listen while at work and walking. Yeah. Yeah. I don't do Audible. I do the Libby app, Libby, through our library. It's free. Audible, I know, I don't think you have to wait for your book to be ready. Like when you're ready, it's ready. We can borrow audiobooks. Like sometimes you have to put a hold on it, and sometimes that's a long time. Sometimes it's 2 days. They've recently revamped how their holds are, and so they're coming in faster. But I go and I put holds on books that I'm interested in, and then I listen to it like while I'm working in my office. I listen to it while I'm cleaning, like doing laundry or dishes. I listen to it at work, like at morning. I go in a half hour before everybody to open the lab, and I'll have my AirPod in and be listening to my audiobook because I'm literally the only one there. And once other people start showing up, I put that away. But sometimes that gets me an extra, 20 minutes. And then when I'm walking and stuff, I'll listen to it too. So you just got to find these little opportunities throughout the day. Again, my only issue with books is my mind just wanders. Like, as much as I'm so into the book, I'm always thinking about stuff that needs to get done too. I also use the Kindle app on my phone, so I can pretty much have a book with me everywhere I go without having to remember to grab my physical book. Yes. Yeah. Like, it's having digital stuff is just huge. That being said, I love a good book, and so does my kids. I've given them the opportunity for audiobooks or for ebooks, and they just prefer like a good old chapter book and opening it. Okay. I think personal, that feels good. There's other stuff that I want, like health. Health, I didn't even go into weight loss yet. That's part of it. But part of getting to weight loss is the stuff that we wrote down. So yeah, I'll get into that. Work. This, I could probably go on all day about it. All right, let's take a drink. I'm not going to go on all day about it. I'm going to list out my stuff pretty quickly, and then we might get done because there's a few things I still need to get done as far as business goes. Like, I need to walk Lynn's. My mailman doesn't come for quite some time still, but I need to walk Lynn's order out to my mailbox still. Okay, so work. This is planning with Jamie, like everything planning with Jamie. So first and foremost, I want to do 2026 prep. I want to content plan each month ahead of time. And so we can just make 12 boxes here so that we know. I feel like it's really easy to do. Whoopsie. It's really easy to make like a business list because business is tasks and it's pretty straightforward. Like, there's certain things you have to do to make other things happen. And so, hi, Patricia. Hi. Where are you from? So I'm so glad you're live with us too. We're doing some goal planning. We've already done our dashboard planner, our daily duo planner, our week at a glance planner. And then we went into each of these colors are a different area of life. And then we have just kind of filled in different ideas for each of those areas. So really happy you're here also. And everybody, make sure to make sure you're subscribed so that you guys get notified. Oh my gosh, a very cold West Virginia. You probably are. You probably are. I know it's so cold in Iowa too. I think our last hurrahs are all done. We took advantage of this weekend when it was nice though. We took advantage of it because we got like outside work done that had to get done before the cold was really, really here. So yeah, we're writing now. Work is associated with planning with Jamie for me. Like, my professional job is I'm a nurse and I feel good about stuff that I have at work. Like, it's not like where it's like corporate where you climb the ladder and all that kind of stuff. Healthcare is a little bit more cut and dry. So, okay. So content planning, and I really want to work ahead. And what I mean by that is for releases, I want to be 2 months ahead. I'm about 6 weeks ahead right now. So I'm running good with this. So releases, I want to increase to 2 months ahead. And that way you guys have time to decide. You have time to see what the new kits are, to decide what you guys want to order them and get them in a really good time. Plus, maybe you're somebody that wants to prep the whole entire month ahead of time. Then you will have them in time. So my shipping times are awesome though, you guys. Like I really prioritize shipping for you guys. So, okay, releases will be 2 months ahead. My film edit and upload schedule, I want to get stuff up. I'm going to say 1 month ahead. I don't want to go too far ahead because then I feel like there's changes that need to happen before it hits. And then social media postings. This is something I really, whoa, that's a really bad spelling. I really need to figure out. And so I have done some pre-planning. Let me see. I've done like some pre-planning. So like this, I've made my filming list. I'm looking for it here. I literally had just had it right before we got ready to film. Okay. A dirty view of this. So I had a nicer view of this. But a dirty view of this is basically like a theme for a certain day. So each day has a different theme. And then I end up releasing stuff. Oh, here it is. So I end up releasing stuff based on what day it is. And so it gives me an idea, like, what do I want to post for each day? Because like I just randomly post right now, which is fine. And I don't want a really strict schedule, but this way, if I already have like something done, I can get it crossed out. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of pre-planning ahead of time, basically. So social media, I want to be 1 month ahead. And I have so many different ideas. Oh my gosh. And that's just it, is for it all to work. It's a Tetris game and I really need to schedule ahead. So let's see. Pre-design graphics. So one thing I want to do, tips per week. I want to do one planner tip per week on my Instagram and my Facebook. If you guys aren't also on my Facebook, go over there and find that. So Instagram, Facebook, we're all planning with Jamie. YouTube, all that. It's always my website, planningwithjamie.com. Everything is consistent across the board. And like email, planningwithjamie@gmail.com. I try to keep it as consistent so you guys can find me wherever you need to find me. I'm going to let Kova out real quick, and then we're going to keep going on this. Still a cold, dreary day out there, you guys. So, yeah, I want to do a tip per week. And then I want to do like a Fan Friday. So what this is like, if you guys post stuff using my stuff, I want to on Fridays, like basically put your stuff out there, like your posts out there, like to, why can't I think of the word, to showcase you, I think is kind of the wording that I'm thinking of. So Fan Friday. I'm considering doing a planner course or a planning course. I know one thing I have talked about is membership or subscriptions. My hard part is I am a one person show. So I don't want to overpromise and not deliver. And so that's what has held back a few of the things. Subscriptions, I've got to just figure out the computer end of this. Because I feel like every single month I put out 2 monthly options and like however many weeks that month has. And my goal was that you could do a subscription where you get like a month kit in 2 weeks or a month kit in 4 weeks. I think 4 weeks would be the maximum. So in the every third month that has a fifth week in it, you guys would just have to like purchase the extra kit. But yeah, there's like definitely specific things I need to figure out for this. Membership is like doing special things, like maybe some of these lives would be non-membership, but some would be membership, and that way you guys feel like really free to discuss stuff. It could be like some Zoom or some team meetings so that we can, like, this would be so cool if we were on Zoom and I could hear all of you guys's like goals and all that kind of stuff, and like real time feedback. It's a little different in a chat versus like actual like video. Okay, so another thing, I need to figure out my Final Cut Pro. So I paid a couple $100 to increase to like improve my video editing to Final Cut Pro. And that's when like overexposure started. And hey, Joy. So we're doing some goal work. So we're just laying down some ideas for the new year. So each of these areas is a different section that we've done. And so we have personal, environment, and you could see that like we just went through and made some lists. You can call them New Year's resolutions. You can call them goals. You can call them a task list. You can call them whatever. In the end, I don't really call them resolutions because it's just like, what do I want to focus on to improve myself? Not necessarily just in 2026. Like this is stuff I'm already starting now. So, yeah, and we already planned out for next week. We already put the stickers down in our dashboard, in our daily duo, and at our week at a glance. So we got that done too. So yeah, like let me know what your goals are because they might give me some really good ideas. And so work for me is planning with Jamie. So that's what we're kind of doing right now. But yeah, I've got to figure out the overexposure issues. Like everything's been working really good. I haven't tried Final Cut Pro again. Oh yeah, no problem, Joy. Thank you for catching in. I absolutely love it. So, I just need to go back. Like Final Cut Pro, I was working really well with it and all that kind of stuff. I just got to make sure that it's not going to be overexposed. Like I want to make sure my videos are good for you guys out there because nobody likes watching a video. Definitely the first reason why I will click off of something is either a shaky camera or really bad audio. Like I will click off of stuff so fast for that. If it's not a really good audio or if it's not a really good video, but the audio is really good, I'll keep watching it. Like I'll just listen to it instead. So, I don't know. Let me get Kova inside here real quick. All right, we are back. I am sorry for like the in and out of Kova, but I cannot just ignore my dog during these lives. And usually when I'm making videos, it's not a huge deal just because the pure fact that like I can edit those parts out. But yeah, this girl likes going in and out. Like she's outside for a little bit and then she's like, what is mom doing? So she has to come back inside. Last night was hilarious. So we were bringing Christmas stuff up and she has a chair she sits in the living room, and we moved that chair out of the living room for Christmas because that's where our Christmas tree goes. And she must have realized what was going on and we have a blanket thing, like a blanket basket behind that chair because it's in the corner. And she got her head around like an electric cord for one of the heated blankets, and it made it look like she was chained to the chair. It was hilarious. I should post this on my Instagram, actually. It made it look like she was chained to the chair, but she was just standing there crying. And I thought it was because of this. And so she gets that out from around her neck. It wasn't tight or anything. And she still stands there just crying. And I'm like, I don't know. Is your ball underneath the chair? So I'm looking at all this kind of stuff. No ball there. And so I'm trying to figure it out. No, it's because she doesn't want her chair moved for the Christmas tree. So then I'm like, okay, Gova, you've got to move. She literally sat in front of it, like facing it, refusing to move so that we couldn't move her chair. And I'm like, you are far too smart, my love, far too smart. So I know that was a long story. Sorry. She just, I don't know, like I feel like animals should be treated like people, kind of. And so I can't ignore her during lives. All right. So Joy, I just started making videos. It can be a bear to get everything right. So I've just been warning people my video is going to stink beforehand and hope for the best. It is, guys. It's a learning process, and it's really hard too because you can sit down and can do like a whole hour-long video and then realize some setting was wrong and that like you just wasted all your time. And like for me, for my planner, I can't just redo that video, right? Like once it's written in and the stickers are down, like it's done. Versus if it's a sit down talk video, like I can redo that one. And so, yeah, it's a learning process, that's for sure. All right. Yes, animals are hilarious. She is funny. And I even considered, like, we've put our tree in multiple different places. We have like 6 or 7 Christmas trees, but the main one always goes into the living room. And we've put it in different places in the living room. But honestly, where her chair is at is where I love it the most. So she had me thinking last night about not putting that tree there, though, for her because she's such a princess. Okay, so we were saying Final Cut Pro. I've just got to figure it out. Like I'm so proud. Like I switched to Adobe Illustrator. So Adobe Illustrator, and I switched to Final Cut Pro, and it's all self-taught, and I feel like I've done so good. Like I'm really proud of myself. Let's see. I think the other big thing I want to try to do, I have tons of work goals and projects and all this kind of stuff. But I think the other big thing is doing a batch schedule. So batch content schedule. I think this could be very helpful so that I'm not like switching gears. And so what I mean by this is to have a film day, an edit day, a design day, order days right now, because it's so manageable. Let's put days because this would be multiple days per week. Right now it's very manageable. And so when an order comes in, I instantly work on it. And sometimes I have like 8 orders and it can take up the whole entire day. Some days I have 1 order and it only takes up 20 minutes. Some days I have 1 order and it takes up the whole entire day. So it's really hit and miss, but I've considered as time gets busier, just shipping like Monday, Wednesday, Friday or something like that. I don't feel like I'm at that point right now. Like I love your order comes in and guess what? I'm going to go and work on it right then. And sometimes it's out my door within a half hour. So I want to keep that excitability for you guys. Cause I know like I would be that excited. Like right now I ordered Erin Condren I really don't expect to hear from them for like a month about this order. And I really hope I'm wrong. I hope it's earlier than that. But if it's not, I'm not disappointed either because I know that I just gave them all that money and it's just going to sit there because they have thousands of orders, right? Okay, so I'm trying to think. There's a whole bunch of stuff I want to design. I want to pre-design all my freebies. What do you guys look for in freebies? So I got to, and I kind of really like this. So I got to like this because I started thinking like, what about functional freebies? And I feel like this is very functional and I love this. And so I've been doing this and it matches one of the kits of the month is what I've been doing. But I don't know if you guys want like the same freebie every single month. So I used to do, let me get it down here. So that is that. And see, here is like a different month. So, and also it's a freebie for the month ahead. And so like this is the November freebie and it matches a December kit. So that way, like you guys can still use it when you get it. So I've done like here was some October, here was some August, like I've done stuff like that. Those are a little harder to be consistent because it's just like making sure I have the correct clip art and everything for it. I've done these as functional. And so, yeah, I try to, like my goal is to get ahead of it and basically like, can I get 3 months ahead on my freebies? Oh, thank you so much, Allison. Yes, yes. We're not too far from probably being off too. I know I keep saying that and then we keep going, but we're having so much fun here. You guys are so helpful. All right, Christina, you went deco and functional. Yes. Okay. I love that. So, yeah, kind of just give me feedback about what you guys think of freebies. Like I would love to get this as a freebie and I would actually use all of these stickers. So that's kind of what my thought process is with like, what do I think people actually use and they won't just like be thrown to the side. So I like getting my variety and my freebies. They're fun. Yes, yes. So, okay. So pre-design, freebies. And maybe there'll be like different tiers where it's like, if you spend this much, you get this freebie and this much, you get another freebie. I don't know. I've got to figure out stuff because, right, my priority needs to be designing the kits first and getting orders out. And then, Joy, the day I complain about a freebie, someone whacked me on the nose with a newspaper. I love it. I love it. That's just it. I'm being hard on myself. And I know I am. But it's kind of nice to get a little something extra in there, you know? So yeah, I just need to figure out that. And then I feel like there was a few other things. I think a lot of it is just maximizing my time, like making sure my time is spent well so that I can bring you guys more. So, oh, I guess the other thing I'm going to write in here is fitness kits. So we have been talking about this. I have been making changes. I have been trying to figure out exactly what I want to do. I know it really sucks. I just like all the January kits are out and it isn't the new stuff. But yeah, I'm doing the best I can with it. I'm just trying to figure out, like I do have the fitness kits out. I'm trying to figure out if I want to make changes and if so, what are those changes that I want to make and what layout do I want to do? So I keep this to the side. So this is like that little sampler pack that Erin Condren started offering out with some of the sales. So I purposely did not use this so that I could have different layouts. So when I think of a fitness kit, I've always used the Happy Planner. I have it right back here. This one's not filled out, but I've always used like this Happy Planner layout and I love this. And let me see if I have right here. I feel like I should.
we ended up doing like a few practice layouts, and I've got to see if I can find it back. So with my kits, I end up doing stuff like this, and this was really, really helpful. Like I have like, what are my goals or my focuses for the week? I had a weekly weigh-in, non-scale victory, all my macros down here, all my meals, my steps, my water, my apple rings, and then what workout I did. And then over here, I'd always collect all the data. So then, which one did we do? I've got to find the one that we did, the fake one. Oh no, we did it in a notebook, didn't we? Let me find the notebook. So we ended up doing a fake one because I was questioning, do I just want to do this into a notebook? Here we go. And I didn't mind it. I love this. I love that there's already like a layout there for me. And so then we recreated it into here. So I did put this on my Instagram and said, hey guys, vote. So these are all a different layout, kind of with the same stickers, right? And so vote if you guys like A, B, C, D, or E, like which layout, because I'm going to size the stickers a little bit differently. Like macros, I feel like that the sticker needs to become a little bit smaller. And then I think the other thing that I had kind of decided on was I like the idea of putting all 7 days worth of steps over here. Because if it's stacked up and down, like if this one says 2,300 steps and this one says 7,600 and this one's 2,300, I'm like, most days I'm not doing very well on steps. And also maybe like the middle one was a work day and the other two were home days. And I could be like, okay, I've got to switch something on my home days. Like it kind of just like makes it really obvious for you. And so I think what I was going to do was switch this, like make 7 hearts, one for each day of the week, and make this a step tracker instead of a goal setting, and then make some boxes over here that are goal setting. Probably get rid of these little swatches. I like the water. I might switch something about it though. So, I mean, there's a lot that I like about it. Part of me really likes this E. I feel like, so I had lost 40 pounds, and I feel like when I did the best was when I was tracking everything using a planner like this. So the other thing that we've kind of done, I'm really going off in left field, but we're kind of done with goals. I don't think I might have a couple more to do, but we're mostly done with goals. So I'm going off in left field, but this is like really, really on my mind, really on my priority list. So the other thing I've been doing, let me find where I put my daily planner right here, is I started questioning, okay, do I want a separate planner or do I want it to be the same planner? So this is my Daily Duo planner. And you could see usually before I was using this bottom box for planning with Jamie. See, like I write in there what I need to do. But then I started thinking, you know, when I have a work day for planning with Jamie, I could just do this. It could be here. So why would I write it here and write it here? But if I don't make this as my business planner within my planner, then what will I use it for? So back here, let me find, you could see I was putting workout stuff. This was not slapping me in the face enough. It wasn't telling me that, hey, Jamie, you're not doing stuff enough. And so then what we ended up going on to just in these past few weeks. So see, I was still using it as my business. And then I think it was this week. There we go. We started putting it down here. And I kind of like it being in this planner. So I guess the question is should I do stickers that would do this layout? Should I just do an insert that would automatically be down here? Should I, because I could kind of probably do where this box automatically has all this stuff pre-printed in it. I could just individually make like the shoe, the breakfast, lunch, supper, individually make each of these items. This is already up there.
Like there's certain stuff you can already get on your own to make it happen. Do I want this where I'm putting it down here, which I kind of like, but yet I also like this where it's all together, like slap you in the face together at the end of the week. You can look across and be like, how was my diet? How was my calorie intake? How was my steps? Versus when I do this, I'm like, oh, I don't know. Calories seemed okay. Was the calories horrible? Like you have to put forth a little bit more effort to try to figure it out here. So my gut is saying we're going to do something such as this. So yes, vote A, B, C, D, E. So they all have the same stuff, but I'm just going to change sizing based on what out people like. And then I guess the other question too for people is that, do you want a journaling space for each day, or maybe just like a journaling space over here? Because if you don't want a journaling space, this is a lot easier. Like this day has no journaling space. This is my workout. This is my apple rings. This is my water intake, all my meals and my macros. Boom. It's that easy. Calories is with macros. So we don't have to worry about that. This seems easy. Okay. But if you want a journaling space, then suddenly, like over here, I need to start switching some sizes to make a small journaling space. And I feel like sometimes too, you could probably write your workout here and then journal like this one felt really good, which is what I used to do. I used to write in there to be like, I haven't missed a Monday workout, or every single Tuesday I had so much energy. And I think it's because I never missed a Monday. And so on Tuesday, I felt absolutely awesome. And so, yeah, I started like designing stuff, but I'm also like, am I taking away stuff that people like is one of the questions. So still figuring it out. Still figuring it out. We're getting some of it done though. We're making progress. If you guys want to see, I have a fitness playlist, and then I have a fitness walkthrough also on that playlist. So see, you can see I did a whole bunch of different ways in here. And this is like, I was trying to get back into it and I just wasn't consistently using it. So yeah, there I was even writing without the stickers. Here, not taking meds, so I don't have brain fog this weekend. No brain fog or fatigue. Lots of right knee cramping. Slept a full 8 hours last night and still feel tired. Will have a productive day. Having tons of knee pain. Not sure why, but trying to work through it. So, I mean, like, I wrote notes to myself and it worked out really well. And it's funny because like I see through here, like I was losing weight still. But I was still going out to eat too, I'm seeing. So 80%. So stop eating when you're 80% full. That helped me a lot. See, like little stuff like this. I love that I wrote in there. And then over here, non-scale victories. This was huge for me too when I was losing weight. So feeling less bloated, acid reflux is getting better, increase in water intake without forcing it. Like it was just natural and I didn't even have to work on it. And then slept laying flat. That's huge. I have horrible acid reflux. I never lay flat to sleep. So, all right, Christina, I love the thought of process in these fitness kits. I'm hoping I can get back into it soon. Tracking everything definitely keeps me more accountable and motivated me a lot. Yes. So here's my vote. My vote is we all just have to keep each other accountable because we all want the same thing, right? Like to me, it's not so much a number on the scale. To me, I'm going to see if I have more spreads in here to look at. It's not a number on the scale for me. It's a feeling. I want to feel healthier. I want to feel more active. I want to feel more alive. I want to feel like I can do a lot of stuff with my kids. Let me get my other fitness planner out because these, I tell you what, I did really good on my fitness planner, but I want to feel more alive and more capable. And even simple stuff like bringing up all the Christmas stuff last night from our basement. I am not in shape. I'm not in shape. And I'm so ashamed at how out of shape I am. Let's see. I could see some stickers here. So yeah, trying to get back into it. These were all just using like Happy Planner sticker books. This was one of my stickers that like one of my older style fitness kits that I used to do. And then I kind of revamped stuff to make it work more. But again, like liked it. It was cute. It worked. Decisions, lift for or muscle burns fat. Both. Love them both. They're like the absolute best. But I do remember after losing all this weight, we went on vacation, we went camping, and there was one of those inflatable water obstacle courses. And none of the parents were out there with the kids. And I went out there with my kids. The life jacket fit me. I didn't have to like be embarrassed. I couldn't fit. And B, those things are not easy to climb up and down. Like legit, it's full of air. And so it compresses. Like the heavier you are, the harder it is. And it had huge slides that I had to like climb really far up and all this kind of stuff. And I could do it. And I felt great. And I stayed out there for hours with my kids. I did the standing board, the wakeboard. Is that what it's called? That it's like you're standing on a flat board and you're paddling yourself. I forget what it's called, but I did that. I had the core muscles to do all that. Could I do it right now? Probably not. So yeah, like you could see not every week is like a great week. My wedding ring is getting too tight, unacceptable. That was my whole reason for losing weight. Is that funny? Like, what's your reason? What's your reason? Is it really you want to see a certain number? Because that's not my reason. My reason is little stuff like that. Like, there is zero reason why my wedding ring should be too tight for me. There's zero reasons why that I might have to question that I can't wear it someday. I've gotten a new wedding ring since then. But yeah, like I'm not going to just go and keep sizing up my ring because I keep gaining weight. Like, let's be healthy for my family, Jamie. So I put next week is a new week. Next week is my week. Okay. So, I was writing myself like little notes on like what does and doesn't work. And I love this kit. Like some of these are super, super cute. And then, yeah, like calories. It's kind of funny too. Cause like here, oh my gosh. Okay. What did I eat this day? So my calories, 3,134. There's probably days right now that I do more than that. I don't know. So Casey's breakfast pizza, I had 3 slices. That's a full day's worth of calories right there. But guess what? I'm more aware of that because of this weight loss journey that I did. I am so aware of that because of it. Sour cream noodle bake, that is not super healthy, but not absolutely horrible. A cheeseburger, hot dog, baked beans, Mountain Dew, and a Rice Krispie treat. Yeah, could have done way better on that day. Even this day, I had McDonald's, a walking taco, and mocha, and I had less than that day. Yeah, this must have been like early on, like not doing super well because my calorie goal was 18 to 1900. And like this day, I was 1600. But yeah, I was consistently going over it. So, yeah, don't worry. The fitness planners are going to happen. We're going to do this together. We are going to get on it. It's going to be so, so great. Like even my steps, like I remember throughout the year, like seeing my steps go up, up, up. And like, it was so, I was doing so good. I think all those are different planners at this point. So is this one empty or full? Oh, this one has, actually, this is like my really good one, I believe. We can't go through this whole thing. We're probably not going to have time. Is your mocha a protein coffee? I've been meaning to ask you this forever now. So my mocha was always the Starbucks bottle mocha. And then I switched to the bigger bottle. So it's a little better than the smaller bottle. Well, I used to do the Dunkin' bottle also. Those are just like full of so much sugar and so many calories. So now I am Coffee Mate mocha iced coffee. which is better than Starbucks as far as like calories and sugars and all that kind of stuff. And then, sorry. And then, yeah, I'll get a chocolate protein shake and I will mix them together. So the next thing, like this morning, I was out of mocha. So I literally made coffee in the Keurig for like the first time. And I put a chocolate mocha or a chocolate protein shake with it. And it wasn't awesome, but it wasn't bad either. Like, I think I just need to figure out exactly how I want to make my coffee pod. And then I think that that'll be better. Also cheaper. So, all right. I did so much in here and I feel so good about it. Some things I didn't use tons, other things I used like crazy. But I feel like I was doing so much at this point and like it was working. So each of these highlighters is a workout. And so you could see like I was doing okay. My calories were more in check, like even this day, 1402. Yeah, way, way, way better. So my average per day was 1247 for calories. I remember sometime around this time, I started realizing that I was working out multiple times in a day and I was not eating enough calories. That's exactly why I stalled in my weight loss. So I upped my calories and then I started getting better actually for it. So daily average 1,297. No knee pain. That was huge. Absolutely huge. See, so I like the journaling space, but I don't know that I feel like we need like a very specific journaling space. So yeah, love this. Absolutely love it. I mean, I would consistently be like, I'm proud of myself. So see, I have all my steps here. I liked doing that, how it was stacked. So I think that's how I'm going to design it for us. See, steps right here. It just like slaps you in the face. It lets you know what's good. And then I started doing like a monthly thing and see this March, wedding ring fits. That's huge. That was my whole reason, was my wedding ring. So fit in old jeans, feel my collarbones, underwear is too big, bought smaller bras, shirts feel baggy around my waist. I remember this is when I started walking by a mirror and I didn't recognize myself as much. Like I was seeing my body change. And what really was changing it was I was like lifting weights. Like I was doing those types of workouts. Because I had done my diet for so long at this point. Like I had my food under wraps. It was the working out. Like I was doing cardio and then I switched to lifting weights and wow, it was a big, big difference. Not short of breath going up the stairs or tying shoes, GI issues have improved. See, so it's the non-scale. Look at this one. That's super cute, isn't it? It's the non-scale victories that actually make me the happiest. So, all right. I think, I don't know. Well, like now that you guys have seen all those, do you think that this layout will work for it? Because I'm considering this. I am considering this. So we have this layout for fitness. We have, I don't feel like that one would work as much. I mean, it would work, but it doesn't draw me in. Hourly, I mean, we don't need the hours. They don't have this anymore. And then Daily Duo, I mean, if we do anything, it'd be down in this box. So yeah, it's just trying to figure out which one, but I'm questioning because this could be our workout. This could be our meals and this could be our tracking. And then if you want to write, this could either be our macros down to our calories, or this could be like a little journal to yourself. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but so many thoughts going in my brain. So, all right. I think I have been on here for 3.5 hours at this point. I think that I need to get some personal stuff done. I would love to stay with you guys forever. I have so many more ideas, but I think we got a lot done. You guys really helped me slay it. I hope this got you guys in the right mind frame like I said, it's not really resolutions. It's what direction do I want to see myself going in the next few months. And then I literally look at this like every month to be like, okay, have I worked on pre-designing graphics for the tips per week yet? Or have I done the fitness kits yet? Or have I done, have I figured out my filming days or my designing days for this month and stuff like that. And so I think breaking it down more like this has helped a lot. So I think it'll work. I like that Erin Condren has a line box at the bottom of the vertical for like a little journaling. It makes me want to start a fitness planner now. Yes, we're going to do this. We're going to do this together. So I can't believe I'm going to say this. I ordered one. I ordered a vertical, you guys, and I never thought I would, but that's what I think I'm going to be doing for my fitness planner. It was between that or a happy planner, fitness planner again. But I feel like I'm motivated. I want to do it. I want to do it so bad. And so I feel like that's a little portion that is missing. And I feel like doing my planners hold me accountable. And so hopefully that is the push I need. And I am willing to push you guys too. Like I'm willing to do this together. So yeah, you're so welcome, Christina. It has been fun. I love the hangout. This is why I'm thinking about like some type of membership that we can do like Zooms. Cause like I said, I think that would be a lot of fun to put more faces behind the voices and have more like natural interactions and all that kind of stuff. So all right, guys, make sure to give this a big thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed too, because you don't want to miss the next one. So, all right, guys, bye.